Bruh. Good evening, Nickerson. Good evening. Hello, Valentia. Good evening. Oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. What up, Hades? What up, Shinathina? YouTube, you should be live. Should be seeing me on YouTube. Let me know if you can see me on YouTube. Nicodemus, you're here. Alright, cool. Man. Man, oh man, oh man. I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed. Chad, they lied to us, bro. 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 I'm pissed. I'm actually pissed. I'm actually so pissed. I said this exactly thing was gonna happen for past year, dog. Yo, chat, what up, chat? Lied to is putting it kindly. Bonsoir. It's so cooked. Conversation hasn't started. I just started streaming. I haven't said anything. I'm just reflecting. Here's what we're gonna do, chat. We're gonna read this statement sentence by sentence, and we're gonna try not to lose our shit. I've already read it twice, and it's difficult. It's difficult for me not to get angry on so many different levels. You tried to give them the benefit of the doubt. I did. Hypercube, just got here. What is this? You're in for a treat. Hypercube, if you haven't heard the news, you're in for a treat. What up, Urine Dan? What up? I am eating, so I won't get mad. That's alright. Yeah, y'all motherfuckers need to sit down. Man, I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed. No. Oh, you read the title. You read the title of the Twitch stream. Oh, that's a preview for it again. That's a title. That's a preview. If we went back to T5 systems with busted Steve Infinite and no bound, no armor, no homing, I'd be happy. Man. Okay. I almost don't want to start reading because I know my emotional state will just become unstable. Oh, I just read that? Damn. Yeah, read the title, bro. That's okay. You know what? Let me plug my laptop in because this might be a long one. And we're just going to get into it. Okay? We're just going to get into it. Line for line. I'm going to keep it a butt. I read this thing once already and I was pissed. But I was in transit. I was like, maybe I wasn't paying attention. Maybe it just caught me at a wrong angle. Sometimes you have to have a second or third read before it really settles in. So we're going to go through it line by line. Okay, chat? We're going to go through it line by line. And you're going to let me know if I'm tripping. You're going to let me know if I'm overreacting. Okay. Let's go through it line by fucking line. I'm going to skip this big beginning bit. Tremendous 2025 global finals, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Line 1. Battle balance adjustments and launch of the Tekken 8 dev feedback portal beta. Paragraph 1. Battle balance adjustments. This post provides additional clarification regarding the intent behind the Season 3 battle balance policy terms, refined balance, and back to basics. Okay. These terms do not denote a return to earlier Tekken battle systems, nor do they imply drastic, comprehensive changes introduced in a single update. We're gonna stop. We're gonna stop right here. Sentence 1. We're gonna stop. Let's do that again. Let's fucking do that again. These terms referring to refined balance and back to basics. These terms do not denote a return to earlier Tekken battle systems, nor do they imply drastic, comprehensive changes. Yes, they fucking do. Back to basics. absolute. Of course, back to basics denotes a return to earlier Tekken battle systems. What are you talking about? What are you actually talking about? What are you... Already, I'm pissed. We're one sentence in, I'm pissed. What do you mean? These terms do not denote a return to earlier Tekken battle systems. Then what the fuck do they denote? What the fuck do they denote? What the fuck do they denote? Someone help me. Someone help me. Maybe my grasp of the English language is not as strong as I fucking thought it was. Maybe my grasp of the English language does not denote what I thought it was. In a single update. Okay. These terms do not denote a return to earlier Tekken battle systems, nor do they imply drastic, comprehensive changes introduced in a single update. So, okay, let's be generous, chat. Chat, let's be generous. Let's actually not lose our shit. Let's be generous. What is the best possible interpretation of that opening sentence? Help me out, chat. What is the best, before we go into how I'm interpreting it, let's have the best possible interpretation. Help me. Chat, help me. Help me, chat. Help me. I mean, not necessarily when I read first back to basics, I interpreted it as them scaling back all the season 2 bullshit. Okay. Maybe they mean not getting rid of heat. I don't know. Cool. The fact that the update itself is season update denotes a comprehensive list of changes is exactly. The fact is, thank you. The fact that it is a season update, it does denote drastic changes of a kind. Season 2 were comprehensive changes, were they not? Okay, the best, okay. Yeah, okay, you know what? You're right, Nicholson. Maybe this is the best possible interpretation. The best possible, maybe we need to look at this. Maybe this is the key part, right? Maybe what they're saying is we are going to go back to basics, but just not in one big jump. Not in one big jump. It's going to be a little, like we're going to do it in baby steps, right? That on its own would be okay. If it wasn't for the fact that we've been waiting 8 fucking months for an update. What have they been doing for 8 months? What are they, if they, even the best possible interpretation of what this means suggests that we're going to get minor tweaks in the right direction. That would be fine if the last patch we got was a month ago or 2 months ago. But it was 8 months ago. And we've been waiting on the proviso that season 3 is when all the changes we've been waiting for would show up. What the fuck do you mean it does not denote a return to earlier Tekken battle systems? What the fuck does that? Back to basics, literally. I'm so pissed, bro. I'm actually so pissed. I'm so pissed. And I know that some people think, oh, you're overacting, but I'm not. Because if you've been watching there's a lot of content creators who are always dooming. That hasn't actually been me. I've actually been really positive about season 3. I was like, that trailer, they are saying all the right things. The last couple of characters that came out were balanced well. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. No one who has watched my content can say that I haven't been giving them benefit of doubt for season 3. I've said it. I am cautiously optimistic. Keywords, cautious and optimistic. Right? I've said both of these things. And now they're out here yapping about, oh yeah, these terms do not denote a return to earlier Tekken battle system. Then respectfully, what the fuck do they denote? I guess we'll keep reading. They'll explain. Let me continue. These terms do not denote a return to earlier Tekken battle systems, nor do they imply drastic, comprehensive changes introduced in a single update. In line with the current Tekken 8 battle system, Season 3 focuses on refining areas where outcomes tended to be extreme, establishing conditions in which decision-making and tactical judgment can operate more consistently. Respectfully, what the fuck does that mean? This all could have been reduced to, we want to balance the game, nigga. Like, that's basically what they're saying. In line with current Tekken 8 battle system, Season 3 focuses on refining areas where outcomes tended to be extreme. Okay? Establishing conditions in which decision-making and tactical judgment can operate more consistently. What does that actually mean? What does it actually mean? How many words was in this sentence? And I'm more confused by the end of it than at the start. I'm more confused now. What does that mean? What does this act? This isn't a rhetorical question, chat. I need you. This is therapy for me. Help me, chat. YouTube, Twitch, help me. The fuck does this mean? I've taught English for multiple years. I don't know what this means. In line with the current Tekken 8 battle systems, Season 3 focuses on refining areas where outcomes tended to be extreme. Does that mean that we're making, instead of losing 50% of your health by guessing wrong, you're only going to lose 25% of your health, right? The outcome would be extreme in that situation, where if you fail to, like, that, at best, we're talking about, like, a nerfing damage. Right? That would meet this this definition, right? Refining areas where outcomes tended to be extreme. Okay, establishing conditions in which decision making and tactical judgment can operate more consistently. The beginning of this like part of the sentence and the end of it aren't connected. Establishing conditions in which decision making and tactical judgment can operate more consistently. Okay. Are they saying that they want it to be, okay, let's take it bit by bit. Establishing conditions in which decision making. So are they saying that, like, they want to make it so that when you are -4 in front of Lars, or you're -5 in front of Leo, or you're whatever, when you're in these situations, the options available to you in which decision-making and tactical judgment can operate more consistently, so that you have counterplay. Is that a decent read? Is that a decent read? Is that a decent read? So now when you are in stance X, you have more consistent options to beat other options. Is that what they're trying to say? Because again, don't get me wrong, translation's hard. Translation's actually hard. Translation's actually pretty hard. Listen, Chad, we knew they weren't going to remove heat. It was always going to be slight. No. Hypercube, we didn't know that. We knew they weren't going to remove heat. That's not the issue. I'm not bitching because they're not removing heat. I'm bitching because I expected there to be big changes in the positive direction. Big changes. Right? And they've literally come out and said, there won't be big changes. And I'm like, but you said, or at least very much implied there'd be big changes. That was what I think it means. Yeah. So they're basically saying that, like, in these canned mix-up scenarios, the counterplay should be able to be applied more consistently, right? In the decision-making, tactical judgment can operate more consistently. So when you have to make a choice, your choice can result in set outcomes more consistently. That's like the best interpretation I could have. Maybe we should just rewrite this. Maybe we should rewrite this. Maybe once the patch comes out, we should reread this and then rewrite it to be like, hey, here's what they actually said, and come up with a template so that next time they give us some gobbledygook, we'll know ahead of time what the fuck they mean. I'm so pissed. Next paragraph. I think the devs mean the game will be more aggressive, but defensive options will be consistent. Like, yeah, sure, maybe, right? Maybe. Okay. Refined balance and back to basics aren't final goals. They're simply principles that help guide the team in evaluating issues and deciding how to adjust the game moving forward. Okay, respectfully, if they aren't final goals, if they are simply principles to guide the team, then why the fuck did you tell us this? This should be internal stuff. You should have a plaque on your wall that says, remember guys, back to basics, refined balance. Because it's not, like, why are you telling me this then? This should have been internal. If it wasn't your goal to go back to basics, if it wasn't your goal to refine balance, if it was just like just guidelines, internal guidelines for yourself, then just keep it to yourself. Why put that in the marketing material? When you put it in the marketing material, you're telling me that's where you're going. But now you're being like, it's not really where we're going. It's not really where we're going. It's kind of an internal suggestion. Then keep it internal. Then fucking keep it internal. That's what I'm saying, bro. This is actually pissing me off. I'm legit getting flashbacks to defensive patch. I'm legit getting flashbacks. And nothing makes me angry about this because C4 and Finn-T were telling me, Chad, you're fucking naive. And I was like, bro, I believe. C4, you're wrong. Finn-T, you're wrong. Now I owe these motherfuckers an apology. This is pissing me off, bro. This is actually pissing me off. Don't believe in these niggas. Don't believe in these niggas. Don't believe in these niggas ever again. Never again, bruv. Never again. Don't believe in these niggas. I can't believe what I'm reading. I can't. And I know some people think I'm overreacting, but I'm actually not, because I placed faith in a company that didn't actually earn it. And like then now they've come. To be fair, I'm grateful that they've done it now. I'm not on the night of the patch. Do you know what I mean? I'm glad that they've been like, you know what? We may have oversold them. We may have oversold these niggas. So actually, let's break their heart now. So now I just know not to expect nothing come much. That's crazy. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. It's actually fucking crazy. It's actually fucking crazy. I'm actually pissed. I'm actually pissed. Refined balance reflects a phased and measured approach to adjustments, making incremental refinements rather than rebuilding systems in a single step while maintaining the core mechanics of Tekken 8. Back to Basics establishes the criteria for assessment, whether exchanges of offense and defense function appropriately, whether defensive and evasive decisions are reflected accurately in outcomes, and whether individual errors produce disproportionately large consequences. There is literally nothing here that relates back to this. Do you know what I'm saying? If you told me our goal is to assess whether exchanges of offense and defense function appropriately, whether defensive and evasive actions are reflected accurately in outcomes, and whether individual errors reproduce disproportionately large consequences, this is good. This is good, right? But I would not describe this process as going back to basics. Do you know what I mean? These are two completely separate things. These are two completely separate things, right? If you're being like, we want to adjust the risk reward ratio on key interactions, right? Which is like the normal way of describing what they just said. We want to reevaluate the risk reward proposition on a variety of interactions. Cool. That is not going back to basics. It's a good thing, but that's not back to basics. So why are you turning back to basics? Chad, you're getting mad at a middle manager? I'm not getting mad at a middle manager. I'm actually not. I'm getting mad at whoever the fuck wrote this because they haven't done their job. They're not communicating shit to me. I'm not getting mad at a middle manager. If they literally said, hey, we're not going back to basics, we're literally going to evaluate the risk reward on key interactions, that's a different statement. When you say back to basics, that's big talk, bro. That's actually big talk. That's actually big talk. That's actually big talk. What did you interpret back to basics to mean? For me, what back to basics meant, what back to basics always means is, okay, we have made a bunch of changes, changes that we thought would make the game better, right? A bunch of what we thought were progressive changes. But we've actually realized that the additional level of complexity has actually made the game worse. There was actually something better in the old version than what we have now. So we're actually going to strip away a lot of new things in order to get a more distilled, a more refined version of what we had. That to me is what back to, if you would think about any process, if anyone says we're going back to basics, they are implying we are going back to an earlier time, right? Or an earlier version. Let's say you have version 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7. You're basically saying we're going back, or at least moving closer to 1.1 because we realize we've lost something as we've quote unquote moved forward. That's what back to basics mean. So whether back to basics means going back to Tekken 5 or going back to Tekken 4, 6 or whatever, or even going back to season 1, whatever, it implies a reversion. It implies a reversion. Chat, let me know if I'm crazy. When you say you're going back to basics in anything, it implies a reversion to an earlier time onto an earlier version, right? That is implicit. That is implicit in the term back to basics. It's implicit. So yeah, back to basics would imply, if not removing heat, stripping it down. It would imply perhaps buffing movement, for example, because you had previously stripped it away, or buffing counter hits because you like basically something that had been nerfed before would be buffed, or something that had been buffed before would be nerfed. Right? You're reverting to an earlier decision, like an earlier point in the progression. Right? That's not an unreasonable expectation. That's what the term means. That's what words have meaning, chat. Words have meaning. Back to basics means a reversion. It does. The coping cycle has to end, Chad. You're spilling facts and we want... Bro, I don't want Murray's head. It's not personal. It's actually not personal. It's actually not personal. You want to know who I'm actually angry at? I'm actually angry at myself. I'm actually angry at myself. That's the worst thing. I'm actually not angry at Tekken. I'm actually not angry at Tekken. Why would you get angry at the rattlesnake for biting you? It's a rattlesnake. That's his job. That's his job. I'm angry at myself for expecting anything else. Do you get what I mean? That's my emotional reaction is making me angry. It's feeding itself. So I'm like, why do I feel like this? The only reason I feel like this is because I didn't expect this. Why didn't I expect this? Because I'm an idiot. Do you get what I mean? That's why I'm angry. There are other people who read this and were like, yeah, of course. I bet, what's his name? I bet, King J is looking at this like, yeah, of course. King J's just like shrugging. Like, yeah, I knew it'd be shit. King J's been saying it's been shit. It's going to be shit for the past 6 months. He didn't say, so he's not reacting the way I'm reacting because he knew. He knew. I'm reacting this way because I'm an idiot. I thought it'll be better. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, man. Fuck. Don't be angry at yourself, man. You're just one, no, but I am angry at myself because I should fucking know better. I'm too old for this shit. I'm too old to be falling for marketing gimmicks. I'm too old to be to believe in marketing gimmicks. You know what I mean? Like, I'm actually too old for this shit. I've been following the games industry for years. I should have known better. I should have fucking known better than to trust these motherfuckers. Back to basics means homing heat burst with hella pushback. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? I actually should have known better. I actually should have known better. You were in love, Chad? It's a toxic ex? Yeah, maybe. But even then, like, I'm one of those people where, like, if your ex abused you and you stayed with them, that's on you. If they abuse you, that's on them. If you stayed with them, that's on you. Yeah, but what does Shinblade think? Yeah, but Shinblade's happy with the game currently. Shinblade's like, this is the best Tekken it's ever been. So he's fine. He's happy. I'm happy for him. I wish I felt about this game the way Shinblade does. Like, people always hate on people who are positive about Tekken 8. I don't. I wish I felt the way that they do. I wish I felt the way they do. Do you think I want to not like Tekken? I don't want to not like Tekken. I wish I felt as happy as they did. I don't, though. This game is ass. This game is ass, bro. Shinblade's a moron. He's not a moron. He's a deeper OG than me. I'm never gonna talk shit about Shinblade. I'm never gonna talk shit about Shinblade. I'm never. If someone enjoys this game, that is valid, bro. There are people who enjoy this game. You're allowed to fucking enjoy this game. I'm just not enjoying it. You know what I mean? It's just not for me. It's just not for me. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not angry at Shinblade. I'm not angry at Tekken Team. I'm angry at myself. Why the fuck am I still here, bro? Why the fuck am I still here? You know what I'm saying? Why am I still here? Is it good that they don't want to simply go back to older systems? They should ban Tekken 8, not regress to an older game. Mr. 95, you know what? Fair. But if that's your philosophy, then maybe don't make a large marketing campaign called Back to Basics. That's all the fuck I'm saying. That's all the fuck I'm saying. Don't say you're going back to basics. What you said is perfectly reasonable. What you said is perfectly reasonable. They shouldn't go back to old system. They should just ban Tekken 8. Fine. And if that's what they said they were going to do, we wouldn't be having this problem. My expectations would be exactly aligned with what they intend to do. The problem is they said we're going back to basics. And then they have the audacity to first line say, these terms do not denote a return to earlier Tekken battle systems. Then what the fuck do those words denote? What the fuck do those words denote, chat? What do they denote? What do they denote, chat? Chat, help me. Fucking help me. What do those words denote? Back to basics. I'm losing my fucking mind here, right? I'm losing my mind. I'm actually losing my mind. Because I don't like being lied to, chat. I don't like being lied to. If you're gonna stick a spoon in my ass, just stick a spoon in my ass. Don't tell me you're helping me and then stick a spoon in my ass. You know what I mean? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Just stab me. Do you know what I mean? Don't lie. Don't lie. Just do it. Just say, hey, this game ain't for you. Hold that. I can respect that. Chad's so mad his accent turned Irish. That's it. It's the Irish in me. You can tell. I'm so pissed. I'm actually so pissed. I'm actually so pissed. Patch got this nigga Jenny. It's not even out yet, bro. It's not even the patch. It's the communication, bro. It's the communication. It's the communication. It's the communication's got me mad. Not the spoon. Not the spoon, bro. Not the spoon. Just admit it, Chad. You're a VF main. Game type now. Bro, but I don't want to be a VF main. I love VF. I would much rather have a Tekken I love than a VF I like. You know what I mean? I'm a Tekken guy at heart, man. But this shit it's so whack. It's so whack. It's so whack. Accordingly, Season 3 does not guarantee dramatic immediate shifts, such as substantially strengthening defense or significantly weakening offense in ways that diverge from the intended gameplay philosophy of Tekken 8. Oh my god. It's like, okay, it's this paragraph is racist, bro. This paragraph is actually racist. This paragraph is like, you know those things that you actually want, as in buffing defense or nerfing offense? We're not going to tell you what we're going to do, but we're going to tell you what we're not going to do. And what we're not going to do is the things you actually want. But don't ask us for more details. I actually can't. I actually can't with these niggas. We're not going to give you details. It's too early for details. It's actually too early for details. All we can tell you are two of the things we're not going to do. Okay? And both of those things are the things you most want. Please be excited. Please be excited for season 3. Please be excited for season 3. Man. That's so crazy. How did this get approved, bro? How did this get approved? We can't tell you what we're going to do. We can only tell you two of the things that we aren't going to do. And lo and behold, there's two things you most want. Please pre-order. I can't with these niggas. Oh, the fact they say it means they know what we want, but still they won't do it. It's even worse. Exactly. Ulos, that's your first time chatting, and it's a prime comment. You're 100% right. That's just the fact that they felt the need to write this suggests that internally they know what people want. And they're like, shit, we also know we're not going to deliver on that, so we should probably burst the bubble now. You don't want to burst the bubble on March 17th. These niggas going to review bomb. These motherfuckers are going to fucking, they're going to review bomb. They're going to go crazy, a little more crazy ahead of the release. So in some ways, I'm glad they're doing it now. If they don't make drastic changes, but they use back to basics as a balancing mentality, would you be okay with it? Not saying they actually will, but if they solely shifted, is steppable, less forced, would you think back to basics is fulfilled? No. And I'll tell you why. It's a good question. But the reason why I wouldn't is because it's been 8 months. They have spent the past 8 months doing nothing on a balance and system standpoint, which meant that at the very least, season 3 needed to be big. Do you get what I'm saying? After 8 months, season 3 needed to be big. It needs to be big. It needs to be an explosion. So you can't just be like, well, we're going to make small changes now, but over time we're going to make bigger ones. No. Come March 17th, the game needs to feel substantively different to what we had before, in the right direction. They actually had to. Back to basics means go back and basically get your wallet, please. These niggas are crazy, bro. Back to basics means season 1 again. Season 1 was anything but basics. Bro, that's so weird, bro. Why don't they just do what they... I don't know. Oh, we are still going to review the fucking... I'm not even going to review bomb the game. That would require me to care. Like, this is actually a funeral for my giving a fuck about this franchise. I swear to God. Because you can't keep doing this to me. You actually can't keep doing this to me. You actually can't. I actually can't let you. This is fucking crazy. This is such a slap in the face. And I've defended this game. I've spoken to I've sat there on panels with fucking Mike Holler, Finn T, King J, being like, you guys are being too negative. I have faith in these niggas. I have faith in the Tekken team. They're gonna pull it around. They've learned their lesson. It's a new regime. I use that term. There's a new regime. They understand what's happening. And they've been gone for 8 months. There's no way they've been quiet for 8 months and are not gonna give us a patch of a lifetime come season 3. Ain't no way, nigga. They can't. It's been 8 months. They've learned their lesson. They got hit so hard by customer sentiment. There's no way season 3 comes out and they don't take a massive jump in the right direction. And then you read this. Accordingly, season 3 does not guarantee dramatic, immediate shifts such as substantially strengthening defense or significantly weakening offense in ways that diverge from the intended gameplay philosophy of Tekken 8. Wow. How is this chance for the loot? Bro. hey Chad, can we get a comfort episode? I'm feeling depressed after this. Yo, fuck that, man. We're done. We're actually done. Oh man. Like I said, I'm angry at myself, bro. I'm actually angry at myself. The devs are beyond disrespectful at this point. You know what I'm saying? 100% is super disrespectful. That's what I mean by this is racist. This is actually racist. I don't know how, but it's racist. It feels racist. Like this statement just feels like it's more than just like a statement. It's like emotional. This is a racist statement. Don't ask me to explain it. On some level, you know what I mean. Like there's something about this that's just racist. This is racist. This goes deep, bro. This paragraph here is racist. It's Tekken racist, bro. It's actually fucked up. This is actually straight bigotry right here. Straight up bigotry. Fuck. I clicked off Tekken stream to come watch Jiggle Physics, and now I have to confront this shit again, bro. Guys, it's too dangerous to put out the fire. Building might not be stable, bro. Let's watch each episode of Kenshi or something, bro. Can't do it. Can't do it, bro. I'm actually so pissed. I'm actually so pissed. T's worse than the hard R. 100%. Hard T worse than the hard R. Worse than the hard R. Could be worse. You could be an idiot like me who bumped 20 plus years in this franchise, bro. Whether you spent 20 years or 5 years, it's still a slap in the face, bro. Tekken 8 old heads are a race and we hate them. Yeah, basically. This is straight up Tekken racism, bro. Damn. I feel like I've just been called a slur by the dev team. Bro. Accordingly, Season 3 does not guarantee dramatic immediate shifts such as substantially strengthening defense or significantly weakening offense. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's like they literally said the only thing we'll tell you in this update is that we're not going to do the two things you want most. Surprise! That's so... I almost admire it. I almost admire it. The fuck do you want? Defense in my Monkey simulator, bro. Yo, my position spin is that I'm 100% out. Just give me more time to focus on chess, bro. Example 1: removal of wall splat following a heat smash on hit. This is nice. Up to Season 2, heat smash hits yielded disproportionately high reward, often limiting defense, sidestep, blah, blah. Mitigate these extreme cases. Season 3 removes wall splat effect triggered by heat smash on hit. And I'm not going to click the video. You can watch the video elsewhere. We've already seen it. But like, even here, Finty just made a video talking about, okay, but I will watch the video. I will show you if you watch this, right? So this used to wall splat, but now this happens. All right, cool. Doesn't wall splat. Here's the thing though. New question arises. Does this still trigger wall explosions? We don't know. Still a buff, right? I mean, still better. Still a step in the right direction if it doesn't. If it does, because right, at least it doesn't wall splat. But like, okay, fine. Fucking obviously it does. We don't know. We actually don't know. But at this point, I'm gonna assume the worst. Yeah, it probably does. Right? And then this one, okay, we have the buff. Okay. Right? Right now, if you still get Starburst after the heat finished, right? Okay, cool. But now, if you lose the Starburst. But here's the thing. Again, this doesn't answer the question. What if I had Starburst before I entered heat? What if I had Starburst before I entered heat? What if I had Leo's Lightning Glare before I entered heat? And I didn't use it during heat? Then I lose it after the fact? I don't know. So Chad, are we cooked? Or nah? I don't care. Crypto God, that's my final answer. I don't fucking care. I actually don't care. That's my answer. I don't care. It's worse than whether we're cooked or not. I don't care anymore. I don't care. Maybe you lose it altogether, but it's for the best. Maybe. It would be great if the thing meant to clarify. Fucking, clarified. It'd be good to know. And then the rest is like, yeah, new establishment of official development feedback portal, ranked mode, whatever. I just can't with these niggas. I actually just can't. I actually just can't. I just can't. I just can't. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What have they been doing for the past 8 months? What have they been doing for the past 8 months? Honest question. Honest question. Chat. Answer me. Not rhetorical. What have they been doing for the past 8 months? What have they been doing? What have they been doing? Answer me. I'm begging you. What have they been doing? I just don't get it. 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 Gooning, probably. Firing people and hiring people, to be honest. Yeah, maybe. I picked the perfect time to get into DOA and someone is there to help me. Yeah, you're right. I guess I'm gonna start learning as much as I can so I can start making some guides, I suppose. Gooning to Miarizo, clearly. Making whack customs for the Tekken shop, 100%. I just can't. Why are they like this? Crazy how we've been beta testing this game since release. Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm actually saying it's all Nakatsu's fault. Is it though? Failures this big are very seldom down to one person. Very seldom are they really down to one person. This is what we were talking about yesterday. There's a system failure that's happening here. There's a system failure. There's a team of failures. There are so many instances where you have a team of really intelligent people who fail to make a good product, and not because any of the individuals aren't intelligent, but because the system they are operating in is fucked. There is something rotten in Denmark, right? There is something rotten in Bandai Namco. There is. There actually is. Hold on. I need help. Actually need help. I'm on Discord right now. I'm gonna give Finty a call. I've not told him, so he might not answer. But I'm actually pissed. Wait, sorry. There's something rotten in Denmark. Where's that from? Shakespeare. Something rotten in NRS? Yeah, maybe. You said you're gonna laugh when season 3 pitch drops out. Is that still hold? Yeah, I'm probably gonna laugh. Oh yeah, Patch is gonna be a dream. Patch is gonna be hilarious. Regardless, it's gonna be hilarious. He's not free. I just can't. I actually just can't. What the fuck's happening? Remember that video you made on Alcatraz where you said you were afraid Tekken 8 were driving out caring, analytical people like that? The question is, how far are you from being driven out, Chad? Season 3 might be it. Genuine question, season 3 might be it. Yeah, season 3 might be it. I'm not memeing. Season 3 might be it. Yeah. And again, you're reacting, the patches are out. Yeah, I understand. But we've been here before. We've actually been here before. Like, I don't need to watch a movie to know whether I want to watch a movie. I can see the trailer and then make judgments. And yeah, you can be wrong. But seldom are you wrong. And I'm just like, this is not bode well. Because the only way I'd get back to season 3 is if there are radical changes. And the one thing they said is that there will be no radical changes. Oh, I think that's Finn. Give me a second. Finn, can you hear me?
Good evening.
I can't hear you. Give me a second. I can't hear you, and I'm assuming the chat can't hear you. Give me just a second. Speaker, no. Show more. Give me just a second. Just a second. If you can hear me, give me just a second. Can you speak for me, Finn, if you can hear me? Oh, you shouldn't be able to hear me. Can you hear me now, Finn?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me. I can hear you now, but I want to make sure you come out the headphones so you don't double up. Give me a second. Okay. Can you hear me now, still?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I can hear you. Chat, Twitch, YouTube, can you hear Finn too? Let me know.
Hello?
Hello. Can you hear him? You should be able to hear him. I'm just waiting. There's a delay. All good. Yes, you can hear him. Yes, yeah, they can hear you. They can hear you.
I was about to perform. Do you know Kim Possible? I was about this from the boy band. You know what is it called? This song. What is it called? Like hello, hello, hello. Gosh. Can you hear me
Finn,
now?
Listen, I'm not in the mood right now for happy thoughts and nostalgia for good times. I'm pissed, Finn. Finn, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. First of all, I owe you and C4 a massive apology. A massive apology. How dare I question your insight? How dare I question your ability to see through corporate horseshit? How dare I? How dare I? You were right. I was wrong. I'm man enough to admit it. I can't believe how right you called it. I can't believe the shit I am. Listen to this sentence. I know you've read it already. I need to read it again because I need to know if I'm crazy. Listen. Okay. In regards to the terms refine, balance, and back to basics. Remember we had like a 20-minute conversation about what the fuck do those phrases mean? Remember that? Okay, cool. These terms do not denote a return to earlier Tekken battle systems. What the fuck do you mean they don't? What the fuck do you mean they don't? What? I can't.
Yeah,
I can't.
It's like literally I coming to your house and telling you I will paint the walls red, but red doesn't mean red.
Red doesn't mean crimson. Yeah, red doesn't mean red. What we actually meant is orange. Then you should have said orange. Like you should. Words have meaning. Words have meaning.
Yeah, we actually meant orange, which kind of is a shade of red, isn't it?
Technically, if you squint hard enough, it's actually a form of red. It's merely a red with a presence of no. Then say orange. You know that when you say we're painting the world's red, you know that I will have a certain impression of what that means. You can't then later on and be like, well, actually, what we meant with that was actually this. No, then use the appropriate words. Words have meaning. There are words you could have used to communicate what your true intentions were. But instead you chose other words. I can't. What's the other one? Okay, accordingly, Season 3 does not guarantee dramatic, immediate shifts, such as substantially strengthening defense or significantly weakening offense. What do you mean? So what have you been doing for the past 8 months? They're like, literally, they're literally like, hey, we're not going to tell you what we've done, but we're going to tell you two things that we're not doing. And lo and behold, they're the two things you actually want the most. What?
Yeah.
What is this communication? Yeah. What is this? What is this?
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
This is why I mentioned Duelist as well, because I don't know if you have watched that video back
at
the time.
Yeah.
He saw it? Yeah, okay. It's a fantastic video.
Yep, he was right. He was right.
Talking about this stuff very focused.
Yep.
You're not clear. Like, why are we doing this marketing mumbo jumbo? We don't need, just tell us. Like, we can cope with it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. And also the presentation, someone on Twitter now has stated the Horang change, right? Specifically this Horang war split scenario, where he is left in like in right foot still or flamingo, and he said that people didn't understand the tweet correctly. The guy simply said, "This seems weird. This seems like rushed. This seems not even thought through. That Horang is left in that position," and he's right. So that even. Leaves ground for speculating that they didn't even put like any real effort into this.
Okay, and again, let's. I don't know. Let's be generous. Okay, let's take a minute. Let's not just be haters. Let's be generous. What is the best possible Pollyanna optimistic interpretation of what we've just read? What is the best case scenario? Help me.
I mean, like mine is and always was that the game is going to be like 20-25% better maybe from what it is now. But the problem is people wanted a 20-30% better season 1.
Yes, agreed.
So, and if season 1 was 100%, we are now still at like 180%.
Yeah.
So it might go down. It might go down to 150%.
Yeah.
But that's max.
I just the audacity to say that back to basics doesn't mean back to basics. That's basically what they said. Back to basics doesn't actually mean back to basics, guys.
I mean, I don't know who does the marketing for them, but they should have a long and deep talk that probably results in someone losing their job. Honestly, like I don't understand this. Like, who comes up with these phrases? Like, isn't there anyone who, like, they have players, right? They have a balance team. They have people who play the game, right? Like, don't they come up with, excuse me, I play this game. If I were to listen to those words, I would come up with a lot of things, But when I see what we are working on, that probably isn't reflective of that. Should we maybe adjust the marketing here, or should we do like a post like this? Like, think about it. They made this post because they themselves realized, oh, actually, some people now expect back to basics.
Yeah. No, exactly. That's the thing. It's the, you know what? Now that hearing you talk, because Harada, if you remember this in the tweets, Harada actually mentioned this earlier with the stage thing. Do you remember that Harada made that rushed apology, being like, "Hey, there was clearly a disconnect between the marketing department and our department." He said this, and he had to delete the tweet, right? So he probably got in a lot of trouble for saying it. But I'm glad he did, because he basically said, "Hey, look, the dev team are a team. We make decisions. We try and make the game the best it can. The marketing team aren't in our office. Basically, they're making separate choices, right? And I am trying to bridge the gap, but it's clear that the people in the marketing department don't play the game, and they don't understand." So basically, I totally understand how the marketing team are like looking at market research, looking at tweets, and they're being like, okay, the fans want a reversion to basics. And they knew that the term refined balance and back to basics were words that would work on a marketing level. They were correct. They did their job, right? Those words are correct, right? I mean, those words are correct in terms of marketing. Got me hype, right? So clearly, the marketing team have their own thing. The devs, however, probably watched that and went, well, it's a bit strong. it's a bit strong. Yeah. Like, the devs were probably watching that and being like, back to basics is a bit strong. We're not really going back to basics. We're doing tweaks. But you didn't say that. So the marketing team are just trying to do, like, we're going to say what will market the best. And the devs have gone, you may have oversold. And we're going to end up in a stage solution. We're going to end up in a defensive patch situation where there's going to be whatever positive gains you got for marketing, you're going to lose ×2 if the actual product doesn't match it. So this is actually meant to be like a bit of pre-patch damage control. Let the bomb go off now.
That is what it reads like, yes.
Because they've realized that what they have said, much like with the defensive patch quote, what they've said is not going to match what comes out on March 17th. And it's very important that people learn that now and not March 17th, because we're going to get review bombed to shit. That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and that is, which again opens up a new question of, okay, can we get someone in the marketing team who plays the game? Because they seem to be on separate planets, and this is going to cause all kinds of trouble. And you can't afford this with one of the few brands that are making money for you, Bandai Namco. You actually can't afford this anymore. You're doing so much damage, long-term damage. And second of all, like, what have the dev team then been doing for 8 months? What are they? Because what have they been doing?
That's this is really my question, because I remember these patch notes, and I mean, you left the comment that is obviously also greatly upvoted right now. The cucked comment.
Yes.
So you have seen these? Have you seen these previous patch notes that I put on the screen?
No.
I can quickly. Let me just send you because I still obviously have them here. So in Discord, just take a quick look. I don't know. You could even put this on screen, or you even see the patch notes. Oh wait, no. You have a browser open, right?
Yes, I have a browser open. What am I looking for?
Okay, I just quickly link because there is a beautiful website on Waifu Wiki that lists all access to the patch notes. So what 2.2? This one, okay? Because this needs highlighting, I think.
Hold on. So
the original one.
Okay, you're posting it now. Okay, cool. Never mind. You posting the link?
Yeah, 1 moment.
No worries.
This is it.
I believe they are working on Tekken 9. The state of RAM prices kind of ruined it. I mean, maybe. But if they keep playing like this, Tekken 9 is. Don't even get me started on Tekken 9. I don't have time to think about Tekken 9 right now. I'm too angry. Okay, so what am I reading? What am I reading? So I have the link. So I'm here now. Oh, the patch notes. Okay, go.
Patch notes. You can. These are the official ones from April 17th.
Yes.
Which was the emergency update. And if you scroll a little bit down towards the white text.
Yes, I see it.
And you see, first of all, their sincere apology. In changes, like, we sincerely apologize that the actual balance changes did not align. This is happening again here.
Yes,
where they say, read this and think about this.
Hold on. Where is the apology? Is it in the first box of changes?
Yeah, first bracket, over, almost at the top.
Okay, I see. We sincerely apologize that the actual actual balance changes did not align with the development intentions and policy previously communicated to players. We deeply regret not being able to. Yeah, we
already sink in.
We sincerely apologize that the actual balance changes did not align with the development intentions and policy previously communicated to players.
Think about how this is even possible.
Yeah.
Like, think about this for a moment. Let that sentence really sink in.
Yeah.
The actual changes did not align with development intentions. How is that even possible?
Yeah, what does that even mean? What does that even mean?
Wow.
So it means that internally our goal was to increase balance, and we didn't deliver on that. Even with our own internal goals, we failed to deliver on that. And we failed to deliver on what we told you we would do. What?
Mate, it's like you and me. I plan to saw a wooden plank in half, right? And this is the intention that is communicated.
Yes.
Then you come back into the room, and I have sewn my own arm off. How is that possible? How does that work? How? And so this is the first one, and the second one is if you scroll down to same big bracket at the very bottom, future balance adjustments.
At the very bottom, future balance adjustments. In the next update planned for mid-May, adjustments will include reducing air combo damage and reevaluating the performance of heat burst. Additionally, we will continue to review issues that could not be addressed in this update, such as moves that consistently create advantage situations leading to one-sided matches, and attacks with disproportionately high reward relative to their risk. Moving forward, we will remain committed to incorporating player feedback and will focus on resolving cases of overly dominant character performance and interactions that resulted in one-sided gameplay. Cool.
Exactly. So this I really need to get off my chest. This constant word of player feedback, I can't hear it anymore. I heard it now for like a player feedback. Thank you for your feedback. I can't hear it anymore. Here, they already told you very clearly moves that consistently create advantageous situation leading to one-sided matches. Have you seen Lydia recently?
Bro.
Like, have you...
Bro,
like,
that video, guys, in the chat, if you've not seen... So Fitz last video was hilarious. But the video before that was so important with the Farzine tournament. Man, what... I'm playing it in the background. I'm actually playing it in the background. Because it's like, this is exactly what they said they were going to fix. This is what they said they were going to fix.
And they are aware of it. And it's 10 months ago... 10 months ago, they had the exact right words. Okay, guys, we know we fucked up. We will now continuously make adjustments. We will keep an eye out for those moves. And it's like, then why is the game 10 months later riddled with those moves? Yep. And now, 3 weeks before the patch, you are dampening my expectation, and you are actually telling me, well, we need to be a bit careful because what did they say? We don't want to distort the gameplay environment. I'm like, this was my favorite bit. Like, the distortion stuff was my favorite bit. Like, mates, you already distorted the gameplay environment to a degree that you can almost, like, you can't make it worse. Experiment, do something, put some changes and you can roll them back. It's not a biggie. Like, nerf some things, and if it turns out, oh, we over-nerfed them, okay, then we can go the other direction. It's not that big of a deal, guys.
What are they scared of? Because they are talking, they are talking as though they have a great product that they don't want to ruin. Do you know what I mean? They're being very cautious and protective. It's like, oh, it's mostly there, right? That's their view. Do you think that's what it? Because they seem to be, they're very conservative. I'm like, now's the time. The time to be conservative was when you came from 7 to 8. Now the time to be radical. But like, we don't want to do too much. Why not? Everyone wants you to do too much. Now's the time. Back in Tekken 7, people didn't want you to do too much. And you did it anyway. Now people want you to do a lot. And you're like, I gotta be conservative now. No, now's the time to make the big swings. What are you doing?
I mean, I can give you one that is a little bit Black Mirror style, like where the truth and the actual answer hurts a little bit and is uncomfortable.
Sure, let's hear it.
That is that I've seen a couple of comments under the newest video where I talk about this, where people say, the game is dead anyways, time to quit, everyone is quitting. Well, I heard that before.
Sure.
When that happened, the site that is called Tekken 8 Boycott was established, and now that very site leads back to the Tekken World Tour, which is quite funny.
Beautiful.
But what I imagine the company thinks is, let's look at the numbers. The numbers are quite good. Like we are still the biggest like traditional fighting game on the market. We have 5,000 to 6,000 players, average daily concurrent. That is more, on average, more than the peaks of Tekken 7.
Sure.
So guys, for anyone who calls me a doomer, now the people who not call me a doomer now probably call me a glazer. But you can never make it right.
No, but that's fine though. If the game, but again, but this is what I'm saying. Just be honest. So if they were like, Tekken 8 is actually really good, guys, and we are going to make slight tweaks because we've actually got success. If that was what they were communicating, we can live with that. But they will talk as though they know they fucked up, right? And they need to make changes. But then they act as though actually we have the life lead and we actually just need to conserve it. Do you know what I mean? They talk as though they're behind. They're 6-0 behind. But they play as though they're like 3 points ahead. And they just need to be conserved. This is why it's crazy.
I think the reason, I think the reason is that the player numbers are still very healthy. The overall sales, not so much, but I don't want to go again into how inflated the Tekken 7 sales is because you and me agree about that.
Yes.
But they are continue to make money. The player base didn't go anywhere after season 2, which is actually significant because anyone was actually saying, hey, maybe this game is now going to go into the gutter. It didn't. And I think the truth is, unfortunate, but there is, for 3D fighting game players, there is right now no appropriate rival product.
Yep.
Everyone continues to play it.
Yep.
Everyone spends money in it. The amount of glittering outfits I've already seen of people literally pre-purchasing the Season 3 pass is astonishing. And then the question becomes, well, if what we did leads people to despise the game, but they continue playing it, maybe the customer is wrong. Because there is this famous, do you know this famous analogy about the one company, they tried to make a sauce. They tried to make like a spaghetti sauce or something. And they tried to figure out, we want to make the customer happy. And they did all those tests and peer group testing. And at the end, it turned out what they already have done is what people wanted. Yeah. So at certain points, a company needs to also say, no, the customer is dumb. What we actually provide, what the customer complains about, is actually what the customer wants. Yeah, I know this is paradoxical. This is a bit unnatural. This sounds dumb.
It's not. It's not. We can see this in everyday life. We can see it in. You can see it in politics. You can see it in life where like there is a sentiment opinion, like where like the sentiment opinion is this, but then come voting day, people actually vote differently. Like we know that like the commonly held sentiment view is often very different to what people will do in the privacy of their own home. Do you know what I mean? Like. There was very often a silent majority. Do you know what I mean? Whereas the complainers will be very loud, whereas the people who are satisfied will say nothing, which will give you the impression that the complainers are in the majority. Whereas they're not. They're just the majority in the commentary. Where actually, we all can acknowledge this intellectually that actually, no, sentiment doesn't always match the reality. We totally get that, right? But the thing is, then I would expect Tekken or the Tekken devs to speak to the truth. This game is doing well. Yes. I don't care if the sentiment says it's poor. The game's doing well. And we will speak accordingly. But they speak as though they too agree with the sentiment. That's the issue. But if they just said with their chest, actually the game's doing really well. Like it's actually doing really well. Then I'd be like, okay, then I would know, okay, not to expect anything from season 3. Right? Yeah. That's my point.
Or at least not play into the sentiment of, there is something big to fix.
Yes,
don't play into it with back to basics because I mean, we had games like this, like what was it called? Diablo Immortal, dogshit mobile game. Everyone said no one is gonna play this. This is gonna flop, and it made like what billions of dollars in like a matter of weeks. Yeah. But no one, but anyone I ask says I never spent games on fucking trash mobile games. I'm not dumb.
Yeah. But
like the reality is someone is. I'm with you on this. I think if they think the game is doing well, and because I think it actually, my personal opinion is I think it actually does. Again, the amount of customization I see of people who spend money continuously on outfits, on season passes, on the customization stuff that's in the shop, that adds up quite significantly.
Yes.
So I don't know. I would just wish, as you also have said, I would wish a bit of then like put your balls out.
Yeah,
like, be honest
totally.
about
Just say with your chest. Just say like, no, the game's doing well. I don't care care what Mike Holler says. I don't care what Finn says. I don't care.
Yeah.
The game's doing well. The game's doing really well. It's loved by far more people that are complaining. This is the right direction. Yeah, there are probably some tweaks we need to do in the right direction, but for the most part, this is a great product. We love it, and we're not changing. I'll be like, you know what? I actually respect it. Yeah, I'll bitch, but I'll bitch for one last time and then stop bitching because I now know you have no interest in pleasing me. I now know. Right? But instead, it's like this great game of like, oh yeah, we're going to go back to basics, boys. And like, woo, we're going back to basics. I was like, actually, psych. Like, what are we doing?
If they said, you know what, Tekken 8, if they did what Magic once did, or Hasbro, where they were like, this product is not for everyone. This product is not for you.
Yeah, just do it.
That's what they did in Magic.
Just do it.
And it's like, okay, I respect
I respect it so much. Yeah.
But maybe, okay, do the following. Just give me Tekken 6 as a fucking port on PC with crossplay and shit, and I'm gone. Like, I'm fine.
Yeah,
like, I am happy.
Yep.
Give me this, and you will never hear me again. You will never hear me again complain. You can do with Tekken 8 what you want. But you already, in the Season 4, kind of fucked up Tekken 7 a little bit, and never fixed the game properly. So for me, it's hard to go to what I actually want.
Bro.
And...
It's so wild. It's so wild. It's so wild.
This constant dangling of the carrot is really frustrating.
Yeah.
Like, really frustrating.
Yeah. It's just so. Yeah, I honestly think. I know I said this last time in Season 2. Like, they're really. I feel like they actively try to push me out. I feel like they're actually like, we don't want you. And I'm like, okay, then I'll act appropriately. Do you know what I mean? But it's this constant sense of like, well, if you just wait long enough, you'll get the game you want. I'm like, but if they're just like, no, this is the game we want, and it's not going anywhere. I'm like, okay, cool. Then I know. But it's a constant sense of like, no, we agree with you, Chad. We'll get there eventually. I'm like, oh, I guess I'll stick around. I guess I'll learn. I guess I'll keep up to date with the updates so that, you know, I'm not completely out of the lurch in case Season 3 ends up being good. You know what I mean? I'm constantly like just on the edge. Like, I'm out of the pool, but I'm going to jump back in. You know what I mean? I'll keep my floaties on just in case, right? Whereas like, but if they were just like, no, we're Strive now. We're Guilty Gear Strive. Your Guilty Gear's dead. I'm like, all right, cool. Now I know. And I'll go try and play a different game. Fuck it, man. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But like, it's this constant sense of like, no, you're right, Chad. You're right. We need to go back to the basics. I'm like, all right, cool. Then I'll give you the time. I'll give you the time you need. It's like, but they're never going to do it. Why lie?
You know, one bit in here, which also goes to what you have said, where they have this sense of urgency and the sense of, oh, it needs to change, is the feedback portal. Why do something like this?
Don't waste my time.
If you are comfortable in your steering direction, why would you do the feedback portal? Because the feedback portal to me is a really weird thing, because I think this is going to waste so much of their time and effort to even get to feedback that is, I'm sorry, worth listening to, because I'm a bit racist when it comes to Tekken. I'm a bit ranked racist.
Sure.
Because I think this shit is going to get flooded with people who just say that dump.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, that move dump.
Yep.
And it's like, so they need to weed out what is like brain dead dog shit green rank complaints, and what is like actual competitive viable feedback that is worth listening to.
Sure.
So I don't know why they didn't already start this behind the scenes and contact the players. Because, hey, you have a Tekken World Tour. Like, just contact the top 100 players and ask them what they think.
No, because but I'll tell you why. Because I'm slightly less ranked racist. I'm a little bit ranked racist, but I also think that but the middle of the skill distribution, their opinion matters too, because the vast majority of people are not Tekken World Tour finalists and will never go to a live tournament. So their opinions actually do matter in mass. You might say one Arslan Ash's opinion is worth, let's say, 6 fucking Fujin opinions. But like enough of the Fujin opinions matter. You know what I mean? So like if there's an experience that actually thousands of people in the middle of the skill distribution fucking hate, you shouldn't actually ignore that. Even if the pros are able to deal with it. Actually, if enough noobs or casuals, or even hardcore casuals, are struggling with the thing, you should at least consider it. So like I just like Street Fighter is a great example. Like at the highest level, Honda was fine. But like for most of the skill distribution in Street Fighter 6, Honda was a problem. Like Honda was an actual horrible gameplay problem. And so actually they had to address it. They actually had to. Because like, tons of players were really struggling with that. And then they changed him up and blah, 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 blah. So like actually there are things you could be like, no, yes, the pros are able to deal with this shit. But if 90% of the player distribution cannot deal with this thing, we have to look at it. We have to look at it. Make it powerful in a different way.
I mean, maybe this is a bit of an a bit of a controversial take from me, but I just think because it's not that I've never heard something good out of a Fujin's mouth, right? But a lot of the times when I heard something really dumb, really fucking dumb, it came out of a Fujin's mouth. And usually when you ask them, hey, how would you modify heat, dear player? What the Fujin tells you is, get heat out of the game. Bro, that's not like you need to be a bit realistic about this, right? Like and this shit I've heard a lot. Like delete heat dash, delete it. Like that's not realistic.
No, I get that. I understand that. Like obviously I'm not being like, I guess the point I'm trying to make is that I think the worst thing you could do for any fighting game is listen exclusively to the top 1% of the player base. I actually think that is the worst fighting game you could ever have, because you have to remember that most of us will spend most of our Tekken game never getting to that top 1%. And a lot of you want it to be a game that is fun even before you get there. So I passionately disagree with the idea that like, oh, only people's opinions matter are the top of the skill distribution. I really disagree with that. Like, I actually think you want it to be as fun all the way up. And that doesn't mean that just because Fujin says something
it would be. That's what I think. I think actually, if you were to listen to those players, I think it would automatically, organically produce something like that. But this is where we don't know. I could be wrong.
I'm very confident that like the opposite would be true. And I very much think of it because I'll give you a great example, right? People hate Xiaoyu. People hate Xiaoyu with all their heart, right? And I'm of the opinion that Xiaoyu should be weak in every second game. She actually should be weak. Because the way that people feel fighting that character is so frustrating that she should be weak. I feel the same way about Zangief in Street Fighter. Any Street Fighter game where Zangief is strong is a bad Street Fighter game. I don't care what no one says. It's actually a bad Street Fighter game. And so it actually is a bad Street Fighter game. So it's like, and that might sound frustrating because if you're a high-ranking player, you might be like, well, what the fuck? But like for the average, not just noobs, but people on the intermediate level of skill distribution, they hate that matchup. And like, you can't ignore that fact. You actually can't ignore that fact. So it's difficult balancing these characters that have these sort of very subversive playstyles. You have to keep that in consideration. And so I feel like the top level players will be like, yeah, whatever, she's fine, whatever. But like if 90% of the player distribution like, I hate this matchup, you have to keep that in mind. You actually have to keep that in mind. Even if the top level is like, yeah, whatever, she's character trash, not the matchup. You know what I mean? Like I genuinely feel that way. And so I disagree with the idea of, well, if you just bounce to the top, it'll definitely be fun for everyone else. No, I can think of many examples where it's not the case. Go on.
But I mean, the thing right now is that every top level player that I know is telling you, yeah, well, basically every single character in this game needs adjustment, and that is a big down arrow. So, and that is also like right now. I mean, I don't know who's right. You could be right. I could be a little bit right or wrong. I don't know. But right now we have something that's very interesting because unanimously it seems that every player level, doesn't matter if you're a Fujin or a Mighty Ruler or a God 4, is actually kind of agreeing.
Yeah, on large parts. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you're right. There's large parts that everyone agrees. That's interesting. Yeah, 100%. But like, they clearly, I just don't know. What are we getting? Like season 3, what are we getting? Like, are we just getting season 2 Electric Boogaloo? Like, are we just getting season 2 with minor tweaks to every character? That's it?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, you're getting, what you're getting is like 10 to 15 to 20% a better environment. And look, the roadmap goes like this. In the beginning, people will overhype probably how much, the patch note's going to drop. Yeah. And people are either, two things going to happen. Either this shit is really underwhelming and then, like, God help you. Yeah. Or it's exactly at the point where people are kind of like, I don't like to use this word, but like gaslighting themselves into like, hey, I think this is something. I mean, hey, at least like, and then they realize, oh fuck, actually, nah, it's no, doesn't really change the gameplay loop that much. It is what it is, basically 10 to 15% better. Yeah. And then we're gonna sit there and try to cope with the fact that, hey, at least it's a little bit better. That's what's going to happen. I hope. But that's the best case scenario in my world, that you have a slightly better season 2. But like, which is still not good.
I hear that, but like, I'll be honest with you. Season 1 was trash. And I played season 1. I played season 1 on the proviso that season 2 would be better. Then season 2 was trash. And I stopped playing season 2 for most of season 2. And I came back basically a couple months ago. And I was like, and the reason I came back a couple months ago was to be ready for season 3 on the proviso that it won't be trash. If season 3 is a slightly better version of season 2, we're actually kind of done, because I'm constantly only playing on the hopes that the game will get better. Constantly, like since launch. Since launch.
most people are because I mean some comment on my video wrote it or hit it pretty nicely. He said also that's the problem of the monopoly that Namco has right now on the 3D fighting game market. It's simply if there is no rival product, if there is literally no other rival product right now, let's be real, that can compete with Tekken 8. Why you have no incentive to change?
But again, I really disagree with this, right? I'm not saying you're wrong, but my counterpoint is that Tekken does have rival product in the form of literally every other game in the universe. Like there are other things you can. This is my point, because you're right. If we're limiting to 3D fighting games, there's nothing. But if we expand it to fighting games in general, there's a bunch. And if we expand it to all the video games, I'm looking at Deadlock sideways. I'm watching Mirio play Deadlock. I'm like, yo, Mirio, is this game the truth? Should I become a Deadlock streamer? Like, I'm looking at the whole gaming landscape, bro. I'm looking at the whole gaming landscape. I've been playing DOA for the past month. Obviously, DOA, the honeymoon period is always there. We never know how much it lasts. It's always fun to learn a new thing. So even if I say I drop this game in a month, okay, it's been fun. I'll find something else. Like, my point is, like, it's not just competing with 3D fighting games. It's competing with everything. With everything.
Yeah, I mean that's the old question, right? Of like, will fighting games ever like truly break into the mainstream? What is needed to do? Is it possible? Everyone has their opinions on that. Some people say, oh, it's naturally just too competitive and people don't like losing, feels bad, blah blah blah, yada this and that. But out of principle, you are right. I mean, actually, at the end of the day, you are competing with every other entertainment. With Netflix.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're competing with everything, bro. Like, what am I going to... right now, at the height of my love of fighting games, I'm like, okay, I'm dedicating, what should we call it? Maybe 10 hours a week to a thing. That 10 hours could be allocated in a lot of different places. I just happen to allocate it to Tekken because it happens to be the most fun thing, let's say, or where the community is. But that could easily be put anywhere else. That could be put anywhere else. Like, this game is so... This update is so... We yapping today, LD Wells? I am yapping. We have received... Read the title of the Twitch thing. This is what the update that they've given us. I'm so pissed. And like, I just can't... I don't know, bro. I actually, and again, I know I've said this before, but like, I am constantly operating on the assumption that the game will get better. And I'm just like, I have no reason to believe that the game will be better in 2026 now. Like, literally none. So it's like, okay, I'll see you in 2027 then. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll read the patch notes. I'll have a fun patch notes day. I'll read... for that first couple of weeks, I'll lab all the crazy shit just because I'm intellectually interested on a game design level, and then I'll fucking leave again, like I did for season 2. Or this time, maybe I don't come back after 4 months, after 6 months. You know what I mean? Maybe this time I'm just like, yeah, I'll come back for season 4. Like, because each time I leave, like, it takes longer for me to come back, right? Because after 8 years of being in the game, it's really hard for me to just leave cold turkey. But then I'll leave for a month and then I'm back. And then I'm leaving for 2 months and then I'm back. And then I'm leaving for 4 months and then I'm back. And I leave for 6 months. If season 2 comes down his ass, I'm like, well, I just leave for a year. Do you know what I mean? Like, it'll happen slowly. The same way I fell in love with Tekken slowly. Like, I can just be like, I'm done. I'll play DOA 6 for a bit. I get bored of that. Okay, cool. I'll play some Street Fighter. Oh, now I'll do a small MR chase in Street Fighter 6 for a bit. Okay, it's not really for me. Fucking this new game has come out. Fuck it. This new RPG has come out. I'll play this. Like, whatever. I become a variety streamer. I do the Eris. Yeah. Like, because I'm like, because this game's not worth it.
I mean, well... I mean, for me, it's kind of like, I think they know that the aggression in the game is kind of like the heroin that keeps the game also to a certain degree probably at float. It's a very paradoxical view on things, but you can't deny that certain things in Tekken 8, like when you just completely steamroll someone, it kind of is like a Burger King, like Happy Meal. It kind of is a bit like crack. Like, is it really good? Is it really like... Is that, do I feel anything? Well, not particularly. It's kind of with going to McDonald's, right? It's not like a truly well-prepared good meal. But there is some crack about it, and I think they want to keep that. I think they think it's the heroin that keeps people addicted, but no one actually wants.
Sure.
And it's not really healthy for you.
Sure, but I
think they believe that. I think they truly believe
I hear it. But if that's the proposition, then I'll just go play a gacha game. Like, because the thing is, yeah, you're right. When I'm playing against someone who doesn't know the matchup and I just get to flow them down, it's a lot of fun. And then when they do that shit to me, it's less fun, right? So, this is what's happening. Like, this is like when I floor someone else, I'm having the time of my life. When they just floor me, it's the worst thing in my life. And I'm trying to.
I mean, not even the time of your life. It's like.
Yeah, I'm just running through the flowchart. Flowchart.exe worked this time, and so now I'm going to do it. Like, I'm going to do it. I'm at work, but I'm dropping by to say season 3 is the season of cope. No, season 2 was the season of cope. Season 3, we're done. We're actually done. They're out of cope. They're actually out of cope. Season 2 is season of cope. Like, we're actually done.
There is still the microscopically slim chance that they are very careful and trying to like on purpose undercook.
Yeah, under promise. Exactly. Under promise, over deliver. Yeah, sure. That's the dream.
Yeah,
right. But
that is the dream, and I will admit that is still possible. But when I see how careful they are, even though 10 months ago they already said, "Hey, we will monitor moves, we will adjust them during season 2, yada 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 yada," and now they are already this wording is so. Like, don't expect any drastic changes. Let
me read it again. I can't believe I got so triggered. I have not been triggered this much since like my teenage years, bro. I was so triggered. I couldn't believe because they were lying to my fucking face. They were talking about, okay, refined balance and back to basics. These terms do not denote a return to earlier Tekken battle systems. Yes! That is exactly what they denote. Google, what does the term back to basics denote what does the words back to basics denote in regards to Tekken's battle systems? You know what I mean? It denotes that you're returning to an earlier version of the Tekken battle system. That's what I thought, Google. Glad to know I'm not crazy. It's like, what the fuck? It's the biggest gaslighting operation in my life. I couldn't believe what I was reading, bro. This is Kafka-esque. I couldn't believe that. These terms does not denote a return to. That's exactly what those words denote. They don't denote anything else. Oh man, I was like, why are you doing this to me? Why are you trying to redefine my language? Why are you doing this? What is happening? But yeah, it's like there's so much behind the scenes. I can't wait in 10 years time. I really can't wait for that fucking just like behind the scenes. Like, what happened? What happened with Tekken 8? Because there's something happening. There's something happening. Like with Harada leaving, I have no doubt that there's tons of external pressure on the dev team. Like we give Nakatsu and fucking Makamari so much shit. I bet they have so much pressure above them even before they get to us. I bet that the board of directors, because that Bandai Namco are losing so much money, that they've placed, you need to make X amount of money from your player base in X amount of time. And it's like, what the fuck do we do? How do we do this? Okay, but we're also going to squeeze your budget. Like, okay, cool. So we can't give him a bunch of all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I bet there's going to be stories, and I bet I had this feeling. This is such a random poll. The Brits will understand what I mean. We had this politician called Theresa May, right? After Brexit happened, we had a politician called Theresa May. She seemed like a pretty nice woman who had to handle the shit show that was Britain after Brexit, because like we were super divided, like politically, right? Because half the people voted to stay, half the people voted to leave. People were pissed, and she had to try and find some compromise, right? And she was ridiculed, she was treated like shit, and eventually she was ousted, right? And I remember thinking to myself at the time, history will be far kinder to this woman than we were, right? Because she inherited a shitty situation. So even though she wasn't perfect, I think history would be kind. And there's a part of me that looks at Harada, Nakatsu, and Makamari and goes, I suspect history will be kinder to them than we will. Because when we find out how much pressure they were under, we will go, oh shit. All of a sudden the decisions make sense. But until I know that, I'm just gonna be angry at who I had to be angry at. But it seems obvious that there's shit going on. It's like, I bet they have got so many contradictory orders that like pleasing everyone is impossible, and they have to navigate this impossible path. How do you navigate the hardcores and have the number of noobs you have and monetize the existing player base as much as you have and make changes to change customer sentiment that's potentially eroding the brand long term? How do you square that and have the finite budget that you're given to do it and the manpower? Okay, how do we do this? And you go, you don't? Do you know what I mean? I bet when we know all of the factors in place, we will have way more sympathy for them. But until then, fuck you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Just delete the game and make T9. No, but that's not viable. I hear you. Emotionally, I hear you, but that's not viable. They can't do that.
I mean, I also think I don't want to overestimate the importance of our own game. Like, honestly, I kind of also would consider the possibility that Tekken 8 is just, like, I mean, they have said it does well for them, reasonably. But they have, I mean, bro, they fucking published Elden Ring. like I could also envision a world where they're like, where the Tekken developer goes, the development team goes to Namco and says like, hey guys, player base pretty unhappy. Can we get some additional resources? Because the team, I know the majority of our team is now already working on a different fighting game. Or after the game reached gold status, a lot of our development crew got shifted to different projects or actually works on Tekken 9 right now. Would not surprise me at all.
Sure.
And they're like, nah, fuck it. Like, we sold already like probably 4 million copies. So our shop does, what did the shop do? Quite well. We, like, no problem, guys. Like, we did Elden Ring. Like, we are doing, like, relatively okay. Like, it's no problem. Like, fuck Tekken 8.
Yeah,
like,
100%. No, 100%.
You know what I mean?
100%. No, I not only do I think that's possible, I think that's likely. There's a part of me that, from the very beginning, I've had these weird inklings, and again, I have no proof, but I've had these weird inklings that, like, that the Bandai Namco view Tekken as, like, a steady revenue stream and nothing else. Like, to stay, because they've lost a lot of money elsewhere in the company. It's like, okay, so long as you're maintaining this amount of players, and so long as you're making X amount of money, we're happy. Like, bro, could we have more money to do this? Well, if we give you that money, then you're heading into our profits. So no. We don't need to. Do we need to in order to maintain the player base? Well, no, the player base seemed pretty stable even without it. Then fuck it. And I can totally see that. I can totally see it being seen as a cash grab. Not cash grab, but just a consistent flow of revenue. And so why rock the boat? Why spend more money? Why spend $10 to make $5 if us spending $5 is making us $5? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Like why?
Yeah, and it honestly, at the end of the day. What I will say, though, in defense of the project, the Tekken team, we should state this again. They put so much effort in season 2 when it comes to what they actually put out in content, and no developer, no game developer works to see their creation actively getting shit on.
Sure.
No one does this.
Yep.
And I really appreciate what they have done, especially considering that Tekken 8 is not a cheap game. It doesn't look cheap. The visuals are still amazing, and also considering that they could have just done another fucking Dragon Ball game instead, because that's
Dragon
Ball Sparking Zero sold 3 million copies in its first day.
Bro, there's rumors of Xenoverse 3 coming out. I'm like, bro, I'm about to become a Xenoverse streamer, bro. I'm about to become a Xenoverse. Fuck all of y'all. I'm about to be my fucking character. I'm about to fucking kill the androids again. I'll do it again. I've been doing it for fucking however many years. I'll do it some more. Like, it's crazy. And that game makes so much money. That game makes so much money because Dragon Ball Z games make money. They just shit out money.
They could have just done this, like some cheap DBZ fighter with 160 whatever 200 characters, no problem. Let's put them all in there. Like, no thoughts given to the actual battle balance or balance system, and make 3 million copies sold in one day, because that's what did happen. So also, big picture, I fully realize, guys, I can be happy. I can be happy to have a AAA production fighting game. Yes, I can be happy. I realize that. I'm not a fucking idiot. Yeah, I'm not a fucking idiot. I would hate to see the day where Tekken gets treated like the Hunter x Hunter fighting game, right?
Sure.
Where it gets sold to you for box price $50-$60 and looks like fucking ass, doesn't even have crossplay or any form of like viable netcode. But nonetheless, the problems are the problems, right? I just want to underline that I don't lose sight of the big picture here, right? At least we didn't get like an insane AI trailer like Fatal Fury did. Okay, I realize that Fatal Fury fans are probably.
I'd rather have that. What? This made me angrier than any AI trailer would have made me. I swear, if they made a fucking AI trailer that was hype as fuck and it was like, yeah, back to basics, I'd have been fine. I'd be like, that's a bit cringe. We'll take it. These words that I am looking at right now on my fucking screen are more damaging to me than any AI trailer could possibly be, because they are basically telling me we're sorry, we lied. Not even we're sorry. If they just tell me we lied. And it's better we tell you now before the patch comes out than on patch day. And I'm like, what the actual fuck?
I mean, it's just that I don't want to sound that jaded about it, or whatever word you use for this, but I start to accept the probable reality that the people, like the millions of copies they sold, and us who are like, who are left, we are left to suffer, right? I kind of start to think that the number of us in their perspective is not really significant. Like, it doesn't. We are all in the bubble, right? Like, we are all building bubbles constantly, right? It's natural. Mm-hmm. And when everyone complains, everyone says this game needs to change. But when I look big picture, well, the numbers do pretty well. Like, it's higher than Tekken 7, and that's only on PC.
Okay,
so
pause. You're correct, right? You're correct. They're higher than Tekken 7. Here's the thing, though, and we can't know this, so I don't know why I'm asking you, because we don't have this data. Are the numbers that they have now the numbers they expected, the numbers they want, the numbers that justify the cost that went into this game? That's question one. And question two, right? And this is perhaps a bigger deal. Tekken is a major franchise. It's one of the most, a brand, let's say. Can they afford to squander the goodwill that they have been? Can they afford to?
I
Honest
think they
question.
can, because we will all still buy Tekken 9. Let's not shit ourselves. We will still buy it, and honestly, I believe it does, because Namco Bandai, I believe it does as well as they expected, because Namco Bandai is not above cutting shit. Like, they are not above. They did this with what is called Blue Protocol. They shut it down. They didn't even release it in Europe. They didn't even try to release it in Europe. So they are not above simply saying, all right, guys, it is very unfortunate, but the game performed behind expectations. You will not get a season 3. And let's not forget, Chet the Third, not you or me. Actually, I don't know if you ever did this, but I think you didn't. Quite a lot of people even said, oh, this game does so bad and everyone is going to quit. This game is never going to even get a season 3. I heard that. Like, I really did. People really said this. And if the game doesn't do well, Namco is not above saying, let's cut this. Like, it's unfortunate, but, well, let's just continue on working on Tekken 9 or another Tekken game or whatever it is. They're not above cutting shit if it doesn't give any revenue. They're not above that.
Yeah. I just don't know. I don't know if Tekken is an evergreen franchise that can afford to have a bad entry. I don't know, because we've seen
it had.
Because Tekken 3 came out and is super successful. Tekken 4 came out and that was a bad entry, and it hurt them.
Was still successful though.
What?
Words of Harada. He said it's sold well, but the community feedback was. This is, God, it's so weird when you look at these old articles. I need to make this video about Harada, but these old articles are really interesting, because he said the game sold well. We didn't have any problems with that, but we were really bothered by the community.
But the community didn't feel bad. Okay, so they did it commercially well. So then maybe it is grandfathered in. Maybe there has not been a commercial failure Tekken, because I feel that they have. I feel like Tekken Tag was a commercial failure Tekken.
That was one, but interestingly enough as well, with that game, this is where I tell you, Namco is not above immediately cutting shit. So with Tag 2, that game sold behind expectations, but it is hugely overstated how drastic it was. It sold, it was projected to, by like half a year or something, to reach number X, or copies X. And it was like 200,000 or something copies behind.
Okay.
Behind that projection. Okay. So it wasn't even insane. Oh, what a flop.
Right. It just fell below expectations.
Yeah, it just fell below expectation. But that was enough for them to immediately
cut the budget for 7.
If you remember the Tekken World Tour website.
Oh, yes.
They immediately cut support completely.
Yes.
So...
yeah, I'm so curious. I mean, this is a separate question to all the stuff we've been ranting about, but I'm so curious as to when Tekken 9 comes out. Because it will come out, that's for certain. When Tekken 9 comes out, what will sentiment around Tekken be? And will the new generation of fan base it has cultivated, will they carry the torch forward? It's an honest question. I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe it's like, no, it'll just bang. Like Street Fighter 5 flopped, but it didn't matter because Street Fighter 6 came out and everyone came to Street Fighter fan again. Maybe it's like that. Tekken 8 was be seen as a failure, but like Tekken 9 comes out, doesn't matter. If the game's good, everyone will buy it. Maybe that's possible. But
I mean, Chad, let's be honest about that. We are fucking in the West, man. It's just fucking $50. Of course, we're all gonna buy it. Come on. Like, I don't know, Finn. I actually don't know. I don't know, because I can absolutely see a situation where Tekken 9 doesn't come out for another few years, and enough good games will come out both in the sector and elsewhere that when Tekken 9 comes out, charging full price, I'm like, no thanks. I can see that future.
I'm not saying that is. I'm not saying that is the future. I'm saying I can see that future. I can absolutely see that future.
Look,
I can see the future where Ares isn't playing it. Fucking Spag's not playing it. Where fucking Rip's not playing it. All the people that I look up to. Fucking Frame Whisper's not playing it. You're not playing it. I can absolutely see that future. And then people are playing it. All right, I can totally see the future. It was like, well, no, because we've all I leave in season 3. You leave in season 4. Someone else leaves in season whatever. And then the game comes out. Everyone remembers, oh yeah, I remember Tekken. I have fond memories of that, but I'm busy playing this. I can absolutely see that future.
When you phrase it like this, with the advent of DOA 7 and the advent of VF.
Sure.
I mean,
I can totally see
when you phrase it like this. I mean, at the end of the day, I think competition is always healthy. Yes. But with how things are going right now, yeah, okay, you're not wrong. Actually, you're not wrong. There is a chance that VF and DOA come out and they're like really fucking good.
But yeah, they eat up enough. They eat up enough for the player base. It's like, okay, I mean, don't get me wrong. People might still buy Tekken because they love it. They love a good Tekken. But now they're playing it like a story mode. They're playing it the way that we play Soul Calibur. Yeah, we pick it up, we play Soul Calibur, and we go back to our real game. I can totally see that. I can totally see that future. And I mean,
the window for that is obviously open because of their own doing.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I can totally see that. I don't think that Tekken has the evergreen power of Street Fighter. I don't think it does. I really don't think it does. And this is why I keep talking about brand damage, because I'm like, yeah, you're right. You have the numbers, but you're doing sentiment damage. And I can understand investors being like, well, who gives a fuck about sentiment damage? Like, we're making the money. And I'm like, okay, but sentiment damage translates to long-term viability. Yes, it won't affect your bottom line now, but when you then ask everyone to come back for Tekken 9, sentiment damage comes through, and be like, actually, I'm not here for this. I think potentially it could do massive damage, especially if you consistently are. There is a core of people who stuck with Tekken even when it wasn't popular, and it seems as though these games are like tailor-made to just destroy those people. And I'm like, okay, so what happens when the next time you release a Tekken game that isn't popular? What happens then? Will the Johnny-come-latelys become the new Rips and the new Arises? I don't think so. I think they'll jump to whatever's popular. I think if VF comes out and is hot and is popular, they'll jump on that. If DOA jumps out and is popular, they'll jump on that. And now you've pissed off the Tekken diehards who were with you come hell or high water, and the Johnny-come-latelys who were never going to be loyal. They were only going to be loyal to the biggest in the space. Have jumped ship. This is my point. I think they're doing real structural damage. I think there's 2 tiers of fan. I think there's 2 tiers of fan. Right? There are the people who are there because it is popular, because it is loved, and there are people who are there who are genuinely like they are hell or high water. And I think I can understand how short term it can be fine to screw the hell or high water people in favor of bigger viability. But I think if you do that for a long period of time, and eventually the next generation comes, and you need to get people to re-up, and people just don't re-up. I can absolutely see that happening. I don't say that it will. I'm saying it's a possibility.
It is possible. I mean, at this point, almost everything is possible because Street Fighter V was that bad entry, and they, through years and years, obviously the sentiment around it was a little bit different because Capcom didn't behave that strangely that the Tekken project team is behaving. They just completely acknowledged, we fucked up, and they worked for years. Yeah, and that's another thing.
And that's another thing to keep in mind with Street Fighter. The trajectory started poor and went upwards. It wasn't like this up, down, up, down, up, down. Season 4 was a massive. No, season 1 was a shit show. There was no story mode. There was no arcade mode. There was nothing. And then it got better over time. And it was just consistently losing the stink. Which by the end of it, there was a lot of love for Street Fighter 5. Right? Still tainted. Still tainted by the horrible start. But they had built a lot. And then when Street Fighter 6 came out, they were ready. Tekken has not had that trajectory.
Oh, yeah.
Tekken 6 started off poor, got slightly better, then got way worse, and has not really ever done anything to be like, we're back, baby. Not really. So maybe over a long enough time horizon, maybe they can do this too. But I have no faith that Tekken, Bandai Namco are interested in doing that. I have no idea. I'm not guaranteed. Like, for example, one of the things you said that was a really good point. It's like, yeah, people who are saying that there won't be season 3 were crazy. Here's a new question: will there be a season 4? Right? Because I think I agreed with you. I'm like, there's definitely going to be season 3. That's dumb. Of course, there's going to be season 3. Season 4, though, big question mark. Big question mark. I think it's a big question mark.
I still think so, man.
You're confident in season 4?
I mean, the problem is it's anecdotal evidence, right? But it's completely anecdotal, stupid evidence. But when I see, I'm not kidding. I played and I see the glitter outfits. I see the glitter outfits. I see people already spending $50, even though the fucking patch notes aren't even out yet. Not even not even mentioning that a character isn't even out yet. So, you know, fighting game players are fighting game players, man. Like if they have found something, I mean, the investment is too much, right? To get good at a fighting game, even decent, takes so much, especially in a game like Tekken that has so much knowledge you need to acquire, and that legacy knowledge, especially when it comes to like it's that easy, or it's that simple. All that is still in effect, right? Like Kings forward 2-1.
Yeah.
You know the mix-up.
Exactly.
You know to duck it. You know that's -13 if the second. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like all of this, kind of saves the game. Like I think this legacy aspect that they still put in saves it so much because people are so invested.
Yes.
That leaving for a different game is so hard.
Blackheart's the best example of this. Blackheart was like, Blackheart came into one stream, was like, I'm joining the away team, baby. 1 day later, I don't have to relearn everything. I have all these strings I have to learn. I have all this. I can't be fucked to do this. It seems like a good game. I just got it. I'm like, typical Blackheart. Yeah. Anyway, hold on. Speaking of Blackheart, I'm going to try and bring him into the DM. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I have to create a new group. Give me a sec. Calls.
Yo, guys, what's up?
Blackheart's here. Finn is not here.
Can you hear me?
Oh, Finn is here.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yo, what's up? How are you guys?
I'm in a great fucking mood, Blackheart. I'm in a great mood. How are you, Blackheart?
I'm great, bro. I'm great. So, did you see were you guys reviewing the Back to Basic notes?
Yes, Back to Basics does not mean back to basics. Who knew? Fucking hell, Blackheart. Fucking hell, bro.
Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing, not gonna lie.
Little bit disappointing. You play this game every day. How are you not more? I am livid. How are you not livid?
No. I'm not playing it much in these days. Not gonna lie. I stopped it a little bit because I was so tired, bro. I was so burned out. Not gonna lie. Bro. I reached my limit probably. I'm playing other stuff now.
Bro, you were burned out after you hit every character.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Burn out? Right? Everyone's I'm burned out. Every character to God 1. I'm like, that's not. Fuck you. That's not burn out. I'm just done. Yeah, bro, I finished.
But even I have my limit probably.
Probably. I'll see you in a month's time being like, all right, everyone to God 2. Oh gosh.
So how do you guys feel about these notes? I'm sorry, maybe
you should answer.
No, we've been yapping for an hour. How do you feel?
I know. I'm sorry. I don't want you to repeat the same stuff. It's just that I just came here, but probably you're not happy. Probably.
You're correct.
As I'm not.
I'll give you the short version. The short version is I'm reading this document and I'm furious because, you know, the opening line is, these terms do not denote a return to earlier Tekken battle systems. And I'm like, that's exactly what they denote. When you use the words back to basics, you are telling us that you've recognized that you've moved in the wrong direction and we need to take a big step back. And they basically told us that we're not taking a big step in any direction. It's going to be small tweaks.
We gotta.
Right?
The thing is that we have to understand what they mean by basics. Probably like I think it's I'm not saying I'm not blaming anyone that believed we would actually go back to Tekken 4. I don't blame them. But honestly, guys, like, did you expect them to go back to really this kind of Tekken after Heat? You know, like I think Heat changes everything. Yeah. Like no matter what, Heat changes this game forever.
Sure.
Probably.
No, I'll tell you what I expected. I'll tell you what I expected. That's actually a good question. Yeah. I'll tell you what I expected.
What did you expect?
Here's what I expected. When we transitioned from Tekken 7 to Tekken 8, a lot of decisions were made. Right? We want lateral movement forward and backward to be weaker. That was a choice, concrete choice. We wanted wake up options for Oki to be weaker, right? So you can't we wanted this. We wanted parries to be weaker, activate later, less strong. We want there's a lot of decisions that were made in favor of this new direction. And what I hoped was that on a philosophical level, some, if not all, but some of those core choices would be revised. Core choices. That's what I'm not expecting to delete Heat. That's crazy. Delete characters. It's crazy. In fact, I wasn't even really confident that they even delete moves. Sure, okay, fine. But I expected that certain core philosophical changes that were made going forward would be reverted. That was what I expected.
Okay.
And they basically said, no, we're not doing that. We're sticking to the core philosophy. We're sticking that all the way through. We are making no changes to this. And not only that, we're not even going to make big changes in any direction. They're going to be small changes, which makes you go, then what the fuck have you been doing for the past 8 months? Like that, it's a double whammy of what the fuck did I just read?
The problem I think is that right now, if I can say, I don't know if I can. The problem is that right now I think they are in a loss situation, and I'm gonna try to explain very quickly why. If they revert back to and they basically disregard all the philosophical changes they made with Tekken 8, it's like they admit, okay, we lost. We lost and we didn't understand how Tekken works.
Okay.
If instead they decide to defend their core philosophy of Tekken 8, they still lose because the community is not going to be with them. So right now they're fucked either way.
But that first one, I don't understand. If we admit that we were wrong, we lose. Who do you lose to? Like, let's explore that. Let's explore. Let's say they go, we were wrong, and we go in this.
You basically admit failure.
No. But here's the thing. Let's say they admit failure. Let's say they admit that. What would happen? Would the game be less popular or more popular? Would the developers be more liked or less liked? They'd be more liked.
Yeah, probably.
Right.
Yeah,
so what's the loss?
Yes.
What's the loss there? Like, admitting failure. People in real life don't like to admit failure because it makes you look weaker. It makes you look poorer. It makes
probably
you.
Something of culture also. Probably. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to explain myself also. Because after all the criticism we've given them probably, and they still defend the core philosophy. Honestly, at this point. I don't know if anything can be done at all at this point. You know what I mean? So, I'm in my best amounts of copium right now, and I'm thinking maybe with that they mean that like it's not like we can remove heat.
Sure. I accepted that. I accepted that.
I mean my extreme doses of opium right now.
Bro.
And I interpreted that as saying, of course, we cannot go back to Tekken 7 without heat and without all of these mechanics.
Sure. Oh, here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. When we talk about back to basics, here's another one. So they showed us no wall splatting or specific powers. Okay, cool. What about aerial tailspin? If they just gone, yeah, we're removing aerial tailspin. They didn't even have to show us that. If they just said the sentence, we're removing aerial tailspin.
Yeah,
University loved, and maybe it would be in the game. But like that's an unquestionable. Who's against that move? Who's against that change? No one. Literally no one. Fujin, if you're a Fujin, if you're a pro, no one's against that. Ugh.
I agree. Say Finn, say something. Okay. What's up, Finn? What's up? What's up, bro? What's up?
In season 2, in the famous defense talk, Michael Murray said that you don't stray from the initial direction you have picked for a project because it could end up with a worse product or a watered down version. So he's not. They basically told you there's no plan B, which really believe that there isn't, because this game seems to me. When I already look at how Heat is designed, how forced it is, how basic it is, how not interesting it is. It's just offense. Like even Heat Burst, which is supposed to be one of the defensive mechanics of Heat, is a plus on block power crush.
Ugh.
So they only thought about plus, aggression. That's the only thing they ever had like written on a whiteboard. It seems there is no. There is no actual vision, like end vision you can work towards that would consult like any form of viable alternative that doesn't exist. So I kind of think, it's a bit tragic, but you cannot now, after the game is released for 2 years, sit back into the conference room and say, okay, what's an alternative vision for the game?
But okay. But here's the thing. No, that's fair. That's fair. I'll say this quickly. That's fair. But remember, I have two concerns. One is they said back to basics. So why say back to basics if you're not going to go back to basics? That's my biggest concern, right? But secondly, even if we accept, again, going back to our island analogy, right? Okay, we're not going back where we came. We're not going back. We have to go forward. Okay, fine. I can accept that. No back to basics. Let's delete that. Don't say that. Even then, okay, if you're going to go forward, it should be a big step forward. Not we're going to make incremental changes. No, it's season 3. And we're dissatisfied with season 2. It needs to be a big step. Even if you're going to step in the direction I want you to go, which is backwards. Okay, take a big step somewhere. Don't just give me season 2.5. You know what I mean? You got to take a step somewhere. Somewhere.
The problem I think is this. I I think that Finn said a good thing. Like right now, if they after 2 years they completely change the whole structure of the game and so on, probably they will lose themselves in the process probably. And also one good question probably is maybe they don't know what they mean themselves when they say basics. You know what I mean? I also thought about this. Maybe did you even think for a moment, like, what do they mean by basics?
Yeah, no, we've discussed
because
this.
basics can mean a lot of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, my theory, the theory we came up with is I don't think the devs were the ones who came up with back to basics. The marketing team came up with that. The marketing team looked at what was making people angry and what we wanted to hear. And they knew that, if we say that we're going back to basics, back to the classics, fans will love it. And from a marketing perspective, that was correct. And I'm imagining that one day the dev team are looking at the trailer and they're being like, oh, what the fuck? You say we're going back to basics, but we're not. So the actual people working on the game, they know that they're not going back to basics. So they've spent the past month arguing with the marketing team, like, guys, you fucked up again. Like, you've told them something that we're not going to be able to deliver. And we have to tell them now before the patch comes out. Because if the patch comes out and it isn't back to basics, despite the fact we've said back to basics, they're going to be furious. So you have to release this notice now on fucking February 27th so they know now. You have to tell them now. Because I'm telling you, and they're like, oh, we're going to have another fucking, the stage situation where we get review bombed and a boycott. Okay, fine. That's what I think happened. So it's not the devs who ever said back to basics. It was the marketing team who used that term because they knew it would work.
That's exactly what I feel too. Like, I think right now they are so fucking scared.
100%.
Right now, their pants are full of, like Negan will say, they are full of shit.
100%.
Because they are so scared of fucking up. I think
I can imagine. I don't know if you've ever seen Star Trek. There's a scene where Kirk is running through the halls, like fucking trying to tell someone in an emergency. I'd imagine there's a developer who read Back to Basics and it's like, oh shit, and it's fucking running. Like, you can't say that. You can't say that.
And that's why they did this announcement today, because probably they already know that the community is expecting so much of them. They're saying, maybe calm down because we don't know we can deliver.
Exactly.
Yes. They are so fucking scared of getting
I have not seen. Honestly, like, this is a bit unique. Like, I have not seen a developer do like a trailer. Hey, patch comes then March 17th.
Yeah.
Then you hear from us, and then. Like, just almost 2 weeks later.
Yeah,
like,
about that. Let's define what we mean by back to basics.
I have
they say we're almost back to basics. Almost.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Like, this is actually. It's actually a bit crazy. I want to. The initial thing, though, what you said, like, what did I expect? I tell you what I actually expected.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I probably haven't seen this, or like, what I actually expected is, I was like, all right, they have given us with this game envision a huge sword. Like a broadsword or a Zweihänder, right? They have given you that. That is heat, that is aggression, right? And they are not willing to get this sword out of my hand, and they are not really willing to also reduce it significantly in size. So what I thought they're gonna do, I'm not kidding. I thought they're gonna give my left hand a shield that is equally as dumb.
Right, yeah, okay, yes, agreed. That would work too, yes.
I thought they are going to do dump defense
to counter dumb offense. Yes.
That would be also stupid, by the way.
It would be stupid, but it would be an interesting direction. That was my island pitch. Yes.
Yeah.
Give me dumb defense, and now we have a game. Yeah, absolutely.
But broken defense is probably even more obnoxious. Like, it will be as obnoxious as broken offense, guys.
No, but
at least you have.
You can interact.
A shield and a sword.
Yeah, you can interact. There's choices.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. But at this point, like, maybe, of course, it will be better to just reduce the size of the sword.
Yes, you're right. You're right. But we've established that they're not going to do this.
I mean, I'm sorry, but
I don't think like. Why do you think they showed two major things that nerf it then? Like, why do you think they showed
everyone keeps talking about heat. Listen, I don't think he is the problem. He is a symptom of the problem. The problem, I've been saying this in season 1, heat is not the problem. Heat is the key problem is that they they thought it was okay to make you minus 17. Right?
Yeah.
They were like, okay, that's a fine. And it's like, no. In past Tekkens, we knew you can't do that. Right? You blocked the thing, now you're minus 17, that's not correct. Right? And so they will have these lows that will lead to like horrible plus situations. Or you block a mid and you mean horrible. Yeah. It's a philosophical thing. There are things that in Tekken 8 they think are okay, that in past Tekken they knew weren't okay. That's the thing.
Like, for example,
and he is a symptom of that.
the Leo Canary bird
Yes, yes,
energy,
yes.
where the low that they
Perfect example.
knew in Tekken
Perfect
6
example.
is not okay.
Yes.
And yeah.
100%. They knew not to give Bok a low. There's a safe launching mid. And a plus on block high. We can't give it a low. They knew this. And then they went, fuck it, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Or you go back even further, because I do think...
No, I don't think they know. I don't think...
Well, maybe not. Maybe not now. But in the past, they knew.
I think
They
they're
knew.
completely ignorant of the game.
Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree.
At this point, I'm not... Like, I reached a point in which I don't even blame them anymore. I just know they don't know what they're... who hired them? Who hired
Yes,
them?
but this was the hope. This was the hope that in season 2, after the backlash, they fired all these fucking new interns. They got the old heads back in, and were like, okay, please go back to basics, or at least move back in that direction. Even if we're not, what's wrong here? Hey, if Leo is going to be +9 after you block K&K, we should probably make it so the mix isn't that scary, because he didn't do anything to earn it. So maybe let's not make the lows that threatening. Do you know what I mean? And let's maybe not allow him to fucking immediately go into power crush. into heat burst immediately from this. Like, you know, that's stuff we used to know. We used to be a serious country. Like we used to know that because Leo has done nothing to earn this +9, okay, he gets a forced mix. Therefore, the mix should be weak. It should be weak because he's done nothing to earn it.
It can't
Absolutely.
be. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it can't be. But you know what?
It was not the best mix-up before.
It was never the best mix-up. It was always mid as fuck.
Before you could, because before you could dig jab most of the options.
Exactly.
Like, a lot of things you could. Now you cannot dig jab shit because if you dig jab, you're
done.
You fucking
You're done.
die.
You die. That's my point. And so there's a point that we knew this. We knew that, and that's what I'm talking about. And that has nothing to do with heat. It's deeper than heat.
yeah,
It's
that's
philosophy.
true, yeah.
It's philosophy. And then heat just
100%.
exaggerates poor philosophy. It's just that times 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the point is
100%.
they probably don't know the damage they do themselves. Probably, like they're not aware. I don't know how it's possible. Like they are not aware. They probably for some reason they're not aware that giving Leo a 16 frame wall splat heat smash from a +9.
What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen?
They probably know. They probably think it's fine.
It's hilarious. It's all good.
You know what? One thing that really, like, without drama bait anything, what actually worries me about this is this. If Chet the Third was my boss and would tell me make a post like this, if you two are the boss, right, and you tell me make a post like this, we need to announce something here. What I would do is this was some of the tricks that my dad teach me once when it comes to like arguing with people. He said always start with your best example, with your strongest example. It's very basic, right? And if you do a post like this and you put 2 examples in there of shit, I expect these to be
the best. Yes, agreed. Yes, agreed. Yes.
And this is a bit worrying because I would assume they put the best
they
and
have.
most significant thing
Finn. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I said like, why did they not talk about removing aerial heat burst? That's a universal one. Everyone would love it. No one is asking to keep it. If they were like, we got rid of a strong aerial tailspin, yay! Universal praise.
Not only that, but in the trailer they actually showed even more buffs. After all this shit.
And they didn't talk about this here at all. And we know these characters will get new moves. Like we know that.
Yep.
And they didn't mention this with one word here.
No.
It's also quite interesting.
Nobody's no, and even in the patch notes, they don't mention that all the cards are gonna get new moves. Like we saw Jin having a new down 4 to string in it.
Awesome.
Oh my god,
He needed
Lee
it.
having slide into stance transition. I cannot even think about it yet. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. And
we're done.
So yeah, it's a little bit bamboozling.
It's not looking good for
Hero. Also, the thing is that why, we know already that their communication is trash, probably. Okay.
Yes.
So, guys, honestly, are you even surprised that they actually don't go back to basics? Are you even surprised?
I am. Finn called it from day one. I'm surprised, and now I'm angry at myself for being surprised. I'm angry because I didn't think we were going back to Tekken 5. I didn't think that. I literally just thought we were moving in. Some of the philosophical decisions that they made, moving from 7 to 8, would be revised. Not all of them.
Yeah.
I didn't think they would delete. Just some.
At least we gotta admit though. I don't know. I hope there's more. But with the 2 changes they showed today though are very good. Not gonna lie. Like the two stuff.
Sure.
That is That is very, very well.
Sure, okay.
Like,
Blackout,
if
can we
they
be-
do 10 changes like this. 10.
sure.
I'm not saying much, but 10.
Sure.
Yeah, well,
Maybe.
Sure.
So one thing, I don't want to shit on something that's positive, right? These two changes, they are good, but can we be honest? They should have been part of the emergency update.
We should have had this in season 2.
Right.
Exactly. You should have start of season 2. We should have had this. This is my point. This is why I go back to what have they been doing for the past 8 months. Why now?
Exactly.
Why now?
Because they're fucking slow. They're fucking slow because they say, but the competitive integrity. We don't know.
Bro, competitive integrity, my ass, bro.
Maybe I'm ignorant. But don't all competitive games patch their games midway through their big tournaments and so on? For example,
Most do.
Marvel Rivals gets I don't know. It's even much bigger than Tekken probably, and so on. They make small tournaments are like $40,000.
No, they do. And again, my cope, my excuse that I've made all this time was like, well, the reason they're being so quiet, Blackheart, Finn, you're being too pessimistic. The reason why they're being so quiet is because when season 3 comes out, there's going to be a massive change. They're cooking, boys. Let them cook, Finn. Don't be so cynical. Let them cook. It's going to be a nuclear patch. You're not going to be ready. It's going to be Tekken 8.5, son. It's going to be like DR. We're going to have a whole new. You're not ready, bro. You're not ready. And Finn's like, I don't know, Chief. I'm like, Finn, get your head out your ass, man. Be positive. Can't wait. And now I'm like, I got egg all over my face. I'm like, damn.
I mean,
bro. He's right. He was right all along. Let's get
this
his track.
excuse, I smelled the first time. I was really, really. I mean, and I could still be proven a little bit wrong. I doubt that at this point. But the moment where I was really fishy regarding the amount, their speed, and their willingness to do changes is exactly the point when they said, as an excuse to not bring out patches, the competitive integrity of the game and the competitive players. Because two things. First of all, every competitive player, they said they want to have feedback.
Give us the patch, please.
They said feedback is important to them. Well, the feedback of every competitive player I heard was, patch this game. I don't care about these tournaments. That is number one. That is number one. Number 2 is, they are telling you this in all honesty. While, guys, has anyone forgotten about what kind of game we're playing? They are releasing DLC characters in an active competitive
so a whole new characters can come out,
So that's okay, right?
But
That's
we
okay.
can't
We're
do
not
tweaks.
banning them for 3 months.
Yeah, such bullshit. And Cyberdyne said it perfectly. You let them cook, but they were doing instant noodles the whole time. So why did you need 8 months?
Yeah.
Why did we need 8 months? Why did you need 8 months for fucking instant noodles? If you were just gonna make ramen, just do it. Just do it.
No, but the worst thing is 8 months. 8 months to make 2 changes.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you were just gonna make instant noodles, just do it immediately. Just do it.
There is gonna be look, guys. There is gonna be again. I will say this. What is gonna happen is there is gonna be character adjustments, and they're gonna be the situations are gonna be slightly more bearable.
Yeah, sure.
But it's just gonna be like 10, 15%.
Yeah, but it's not enough. Exactly. A good, slightly better season 2 is not enough because I thought season 1 was ass. So like it's not enough. I needed a revolution. What I needed is season 2. Does that make sense? I needed you to be like, this is a whole new season that is jumping on from season 1. That's what season 2 was supposed to be, but it was bad. So it's season 2. That's what I hoped. This is the season 2 you wanted. But it says like, no, it's actually going to be the season 2 that you already got, 0.5. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. I also expected something bigger, probably. Like, right now, my expectations are super, super low. But they were already low. Because, guys, coming from a game that says the season 2 is gonna be defensive, and then it was everything but defensive. When I saw Back to Basics, I said, yeah, Back to Basics, yeah. Like I was at this point, I'm not even serious anymore. They say, yeah, cook whatever you want. I'm gonna eat whatever you give us. We'll see. You know what? Like so. At this point, even the 2 changes they showed, I say, okay, you know what? Good job.
I'm not. For me, it's not enough. They hurt me. You've been broken down by them, but for me, they've done too much. I'm like, no, they've done too much. I'm like, no. You're not gonna get pat on the back until you change everything. Like no.
we did that for 2 years, bro. We did that for 2 years. It didn't work shit.
No, because you're right. You're right. They didn't. No, you're right. No, Blackout, you're right. They didn't do it, but they didn't do it on the proviso that season 3 would be it. This is the thing. Season 1 was trash, but we played season 1 on the proviso season 2 would be good. Then season 2 came out and it was shit. And I left for a bunch of months. You didn't leave, but people who kept playing it on the proviso that okay, they'll fix it. Like, moves in the right direction. And they did for the first few months. Then they stopped. And we were like, well, okay, this sucks. It's not the best, but it's better than it was. Fine, we'll keep playing. But season 3 is when we'll get the game we want. And now they've told us, we're not really changing much. So I'm like, okay, I'm done. Not 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Not 3 times. Twice, sure. Not 3 times.
Yeah, but in fact, I said this already. Like, I said this multiple times. But if season 3 really is shit, like, or it doesn't change much, honestly, I might be done for real this time. Because honestly,
Blackheart. I mean, I heard.
No. I am so fucking.
I believe Blackheart. I actually believe that, because the thing is, I watch you play. You are very skilled, and there's a part of you that doesn't want to give up on the skill you spent ages cultivating, right? So there's a Stockholm syndrome thing. But even that,
one more year of shit like
this, exactly. But even that has a limit, because you're low key fueled by hope. Yeah. Like, I'll keep it up. But if there's a good version of the game, I'll do it. But if season 3 comes out and it's like, and am I really gonna do this for another year? Like, Stockholm syndrome is powerful, but it only works for so long. And the truth is, Blackheart, you've already cultivated an audience of people who like you for you. Just like, some people won't watch you play Tekken. If you're not playing Tekken, they won't watch you. But a lot of people will. And you play other things. I'm telling you, this is what I was saying before. There's not a guarantee that the people who have been loyal to Tekken will stay loyal. There's actually not a guarantee. Because you're actually pushing it. And a lot of the people that have been very loyal have dropped off.
They're pushing it too much.
They're pushing it way too much. It's way too much. I can see Blackheart leaving. I can see it.
I doubt even some pro players will continue playing the game if season 3 is still trash, honestly. Because I think, guys, everybody is a breaking point. Everybody is a fucking breaking point. Season 1, okay, it was not the best. Okay. Season 2, oh my god, what is this? Oh. Season 3, shit. Okay, fuck you at this point. You clearly don't grasp how Tekken works. Clearly, fuck you. See you back at Tekken 9, bro.
You don't want to. I don't want to hammer it in stone that season 3 is going to be unbelievable trash. Again, it's going to be better than it is now. But okay. Well, the one question I can't shake, and I would really, honestly, I would pay money or my left pinky to ask this to Nakatsu, Murray, and Harada, Mishimaster, like these 4 people. I would love to ask this question. I would love to ask.
He won't do that. He won't do.
What made them, after 20 years of the philosophy of, we bring the game out and we tone it down. Every DR version, FR version was toned down from the initial release of the vanilla version. What made them go for this time, after 20 years of doing that, we go the opposite direction. We make things more ham. I would love an answer to that question.
I would love it. But my speculation is, when I see, this is my conspiracy theory. Season 2 was in the oven when season 1 came out. I think that they were like, season 2 was actually made already, and already, and then they just let it go. They were like, but it'd be too radical to release it like this now, right? And
so big, probably they couldn't have cooked in like some months,
exactly. So it was mostly done, and so it's because we can't change direction. So in some ways, season 3 will be their first actual new season that they're developing live, right? And the reason I have no proof of this, but like, my hunch, and again, you know me, regularly scheduled Kazuya hate. Like, I remember when he got Petricide Fist, right? And I remember thinking, like, Petricide Fist came out of nowhere. Do you remember season 1? But they just pulled it out of nowhere, and I was like, so me, I'm like, is that one of your season 2 changes that you pulled in advance? Because if you think about it, that move lines up perfectly with season 2. And I was like, that was probably the first season 2 move that we received, because it came out of nowhere. This move was like minus something, and then it became +5.
Yeah.
And like, and no one necessarily asked for that specific change, but they just pulled it in. And part of me thinks that they had a ton of buffs ready to go. And then season 2, they just let it go. And then that was the first one. Like, Kazuya Blaze complaining, as they always do.
And now, apparently, probably, as we know already, probably that, like, we don't have that balancing team anymore.
Yes,
so that's why I'm also curious in a certain way, because of course now we gotta see what they did this time.
Yes.
With the new, if we have a new, I don't know if it's true. Like, at this point, if we have a new balancing team for real, what they cooked this time.
I hope so. We'll see. And again, like Finn's saying, it probably will be better, asterisks, right? But just not enough better. I have no. I'm actually not under the impression that season 3 would be worse.
It's always
season
like
2.
this, a little. Oh my god, I'm even tired of saying it.
Yeah, step in the right direction. I'm tired of it, bro. I'm tired of it. Yeah, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it.
A little, like, if we have the fucking, I don't know, highway,
yeah, exactly,
going from, I don't know, America to Russia to go, and we go a little step,
it's like, bro,
we are going in the right direction, but at like 1 meter per second.
Forget it. I just don't have it in me to invest another 600 hours into season 2. I just can't do it, man. I already feel like I've spent too much time in a game that doesn't deserve it, and I've done it out of loyalty to Tekken 7. Do you know what I mean? But they've run out now. they've actually run out. Like they are burning through.
Yeah, exactly. Even if you want to go back to Tekken 7, what do you do? Like you're all.
No, there's nothing. We're just done. We're just done. I'm just gonna leave the franchise and come back when it's good. I'll just come back when it's good. And if that means I come back to season 4, then I'm back in season 4. If that means I come back Tekken 9. But I'm actually just done.
If there is a season 4, if there is a season 4,
sure. I'm just done. I'm actually just done because like I said, since the launch of Tekken 8, I have only played because I've assumed it would get better.
Yeah,
that's the only reason.
His assumption is dying.
100% died. It's dead. It's actually dead. Like,
it's actually,
come March 17th. Come March 17th. That's it. That's the end.
Even the island saves you this time.
Yeah, we're done. We're actually done. And there are other games. There are other games to play. There are other things you can be doing. I'm just
playing Dead or Alive, no?
But like, see how long. Obviously, the honeymoon period is always fun, right? It's always fun to learn a new thing. I play Dead or Alive, and then maybe I get bored. I play something else. I'm loving it. If I wasn't for if this message had not come out, this stream would have been me playing Dead or Alive again. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time. Because don't get me wrong, I suck, but it's fun learning. It's fun watching myself get better at a thing. It's always fun.
I see. Unfortunately, like I couldn't manage to like it. Like I tried it, but
no, I get it. It's not for everyone. But I love the game. I love playing different characters, and it's so weird. And there's a lot of great choices. There's a lot of bad choices too. It's not a good product. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a good product, but like just system wise, I'm having a good time. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, I'm a DOA player. No, give me a couple months, I'll probably be bored of it and I stop. But right now, I'm having fun. And then after that. Okay, the patch will come out for Tekken 8. That'll be fun to examine it. And then once I'm done with that, we'll see what happens. But like, this game is just, bro. Like even last night. Go on.
I'm gonna ask you something. So let's say you actually the actual season 3 is good, then you're gonna stick with Tekken, or you're still done anyway.
Let's say
season 3 is actually good.
If season 3 is good, I'm playing. Of course. I'm not philosophically against Tekken. I'm not. It's not my enemy. Yeah, if it's good, I'll play it.
That's what I meant. Like it's not like you're done no matter what they do.
Yeah, exactly. There's no hate in my heart. If Tekken's good, I'll play it. I want a good Tekken. Like I absolutely play it. Yeah. But the thing is, I'm no longer going to play a bad Tekken hoping it gets good. That's what's different. Because before I'd be like,
no matter how it is, you're not gonna
exactly. Because even now, I came back a few months ago. But the reason I came back is because I was like, well, when season 3 comes out, there's going to be so much. But not just that. It's like I've been out of the loop for season 2. There's so many new strings I've not learned, so many new matchups I've not learned. When season 3 comes out, I don't want to be so far behind the curve. So again, I came back so I could get ready, get fit for Tekken season 3 coming out being good. So okay, what is Leroy doing in season 2? So I only have to learn the new stuff. What is Yoshimitsu doing in season 2? So I only have to learn the new stuff. What's Jin doing in season 2? So I only have to learn the new stuff. I want to be ready. Now I'm like, fuck it.
Doing season 2 shit.
Exactly.
Shit. What does Lydia do in season 2?
Exactly. But I'll be ready so I can. And when I read the patch notes for season 3, I'll be like, I understand now because I played season 2. But now I'm like, fuck this. Fuck season 3. Like season 3 just has to be good on its own merits now. And if it's not, then fuck this game. I have a large community of Tekken players, so of course I probably have a lobby here and there. But I'm just not gonna be like focused on this shit. I'm just not gonna do it.
Let's say what will be the defining factor for you? Like maybe the character nerfs are more important for you right now, or like the things you said about the philosophy changing. Like, what would you like the most? Like them changing? Like, for example, in my case, probably Alexa, stop. Probably the character changes. Alexa, stop.
Alexa, shut up.
Probably the character changes. Probably in my case. Like I'm very curious of seeing. Hopefully the nerfs on. The
character. Of course. Yeah, it's a bunch of nerfs. I just like constantly when I'm playing Tekken, I'm put in situations. I'm like, why am I here? Like I blocked this thing. Why am I here? Why do I have to do this? Why am I -6 here? Why do I have no good options here? Why do I have to guess? Why am I in a 50-50 for 50% of my health? Why? Like I'm constantly in situations that just suck. So if I have less of those situations that just suck, I'll probably have fun.
You don't like my answer to this.
Go on.
I think they can. I'm ready for them to actually go 180 and start the clone world completely.
Let's go full Mario Kart.
Yeah, I would like that, but my hope is actually because at this point I'm like, okay, I don't even know what can I even expect because now we are in a world where words don't even mean what they mean. I'm at this point, I'm like, okay, you are on some esoteric shit in some tent with a orb where you look like. So at this point, what I actually want is what I really want where I still have hope completely is some good features in this game that have nothing to do with gameplay. For example, you know what I really hate about this game? When I start this game up, that the menus are not responsive and instant because of load times and the UE5 model getting displayed. If they would get rid of that, easy win in my book. If they would overhaul the practice mode a little bit and give me better macro, like chat preferred, you know what I'm talking about. Super 6, creme de la creme, everything I can put on a macro. If I could do that in Tekken 8, really good. At least I can lap this brain dead shit efficiently, right? So honestly, I hope for this, and Nakatsu has actively on Twitter in Japanese called out that people should please give their IDs for features like this, and I have already prepared a list with features that only need like 1 or 2 developers.
No, I was talking about this. I was talking about this in a video the other day. I was like, why don't they just have more social features? Like, why can't I make a dojo? Why can't I make Hopkick City Dojo? Players can join it, and then when I make a lobby, I can just push a button that tells everyone in my dojo.
Or even you know what would be fun? You know what would be fun even? In-game voice chat online.
Sure, fuck it. In-game voice chat online. So you could opt into. Sure.
Like, you have half of that already, guys.
You activate voice chat against someone playing online in a set against you. Sure. Like, you know, in ranked. You know, like.
I mean, I would not activate that shit ever, but sure, some people would.
I would as well. Like, for example, someone telling me, "Black, you piece of shit," you know, and so on. It would be so fun.
But you know, this frustrates me because they have half of it in the game already. It's called stickers. Did you ever use them?
No.
These stickers? These are like little emotes. They have put them in the game, but why can I not use them in a round with my ranked opponent as taunts? Sure. Yeah, it would be a bit. Some people would be toxic about it, but I could just disable it.
Yeah, but that's but again, that's a feature that I wouldn't want to add because I'm like, the last thing I think the Tekken needs is anything that can be further used to be toxicity.
Even more toxic.
You're not wrong. But like in a healthy community, I would love the suggestion. Tekken community, fuck that.
No fucking fighting game community is fucking.
I don't know, bro. Street Fighter, pretty healthy.
No,
pretty
and
healthy.
You're wrong about the one and done. They one and done as well, like shit ton.
Bro, what?
No.
Where are these one and dones? You can go on my YouTube right now and watch my run from fucking scrub tier to master, which is still scrub tier. Yeah, and like you get one or two one and dones. Like the whole time. Did you
do the disgusting can setups with Kimberly?
Yeah, of course. That's all I know. I don't have to play real. I don't have to play real Street Fighter. I was just doing gimmicks, bro. I was doing Oki. I was degenerate.
Defi played. I played recently, and Rebellion. 3 guys, right? We played ranked. A lot of, like, not a lot, but significant one and doneing. Also in Street Fighter. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
Hold on, first off, slight distraction. Golden Ghost Cartel. We need to meet up because it looks like I'll be playing fucking DOA for the longest time. We need to team up. And you need to make a Lisa guide. Because like, fuck this game. Tekken is fucking killing me. I was like, I'm just gonna play DOA for a month, and then I'll probably leave. Looks like I'm sticking for a little bit longer, bro. I'm gonna need your help. But yeah, it's fucking, bro. It's down. But the thing is, like I said, like social stuff, like for clans. Like I would have loved if you like. I had this idea again. I'm trailing a video I'm about to make. But imagine season 3 comes out and everyone gets asked, okay, you have to join one of these 3 factions: Mishima Zaibatsu, G Corp, or Violet Systems. And every player is in one of these corporations. And the game is not only keeping track of your rank, but it's keeping track of how many points you're contributing to your like clan or whatever. Like, it would be so much fun. And like, you have these social elements. And it'd be really great. And it would be like, okay.
MKX said that.
No, any game that is designed by non-psychopaths in the modern era will have something to incorporate the social element.
Let's say factions.
Yeah, like factions, exactly. You have factions.
Battle.
And it'd be like, and you have the lore for this, man. I'm joining Violet Systems for life.
That would actually be cool.
And again, it wouldn't cost you that much. It wouldn't take that long.
Or maybe, you know, like you can make factions of your own with other players. You know, maybe you play online against other factions.
Sure, exactly. Like it'd be like dojos.
Guys, the game had that in Tech 2 and game didn't sell. So fuck that.
So fuck that, I guess. Yeah, exactly. But why did it not sell? Did it not sell because there were factions?
No, you know what I mean? We already no. But I don't know. They seem to not extract the most potential out of all these features that you're. That's what I mean, right? That's why I don't know why Nakatsu asked this even. Like, features we could put in the game, because for me it's like obvious, bro.
Yeah, it's obvious.
It's obvious what is missing.
Do half the stuff that you had in old games.
Yeah, you know, like it seems like it's such an individualistic game. Basically, you're all alone. Like
it's a very lonely game. It's a very lonely game. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you're all alone playing online. You know, in ranked, all alone. You know, against others.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
It feels lonely. Yeah, definitely.
Like there's a feature in DOA ranked. DOA structurally is shit. Don't get twisted. DOA structurally is so shit. But
it doesn't even. It doesn't even have netcode.
Netcode is trash.
Right?
Doesn't have rollback. Doesn't have thing. Doesn't even the training mode is poo. There's so much bad with it. But there's this one feature in ranked where if you win 5 games in a row, you become like a bronze player. If you get 5 more games in a row, you become silver player. And basically, it's like a bounty. So anyone who beats you gets like double the points, triple the points.
Oh,
and I'm like, it's such a small thing, but it's so good. It's so I'm like, bro, there's so many things you could do in the existing system to just make the interaction so much fun. Like, that was a gold star character. And you gain more points while you have this streak, but you'll also lose more points if and when you lose, and the other person will gain more when they beat you. Right? So it's like there's so many things you could do. Like these and that game came out in 2019. Okay? Like this, you can just steal shit. It's fucking crazy, bro. It's so fucking crazy.
Yo, just give me an improvised tag mode. Just literally 2 health bars. I don't even want any tag mechanics because this would already motivate me to play with like Deathy or Rebellion in a team, and we have like a team ranking, right?
100%.
Like a team rank mode. Just 2 health bars, no tech mechanics. I don't need that shit. This would take no time to implement at all. Like at all. And it would just be, oh cool, I can at least share my misery directly with my teammates.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, these are all definitely cool ideas. I don't know. Like, I think that they always focus on the wrong stuff. For example, they focus so much on the fucking ghost guys, and I really don't understand why. Like,
so dumb.
They are, I think they are probably one of the most useless addiction. Probably it's my fault, probably, but I think they are so fucking useless.
They're so dumb.
Hey, you know why they're doing this, though, right? You know why they're doing this.
Why?
Why? Because in the background they are literally training some AI shit for future games that don't even have anything to do with fighting games properly.
You reckon?
Yeah, bro. They will fight alone for you.
I mean,
no, like I'm real. Like it's all about like this is some stupid AI learning bullshit algorithm that is used for these ghosts, and they're gonna use this probably.
Good. That's one good use. That's one good use of it.
Some enemy AI in
Sure, that's one good use of it. No, if I could fight against Arslan's AI and it fights like Arslan, that's good. Like, no one's against that. Sure, do it. I don't care. But like right now, it's garbage. It's a waste of all the resources you spent. Of all the things you could have implemented in the game, this ghost shit. Now you can do ghost versus ghost. I'm like, and do what? Just watch? Are you high? I don't even want to watch people play. What are you talking about?
It's like, I think it's garbage because it's not supposed to be that. Like for me, literally, this is like a bit of a tinfoil hat thing. But I think this whole ghost AI algorithm learning shit is just in there and is actually supposed to be something different for a completely different game. They are just trying to like how this works out as like a model idea or something. I'm honestly convinced this is like not supposed to be anything other than that.
You want to know what I would do? And there's probably reasons why. There's probably some EU regulation where you couldn't do this. But you know what would be really good? If you could like watch people playing in the Tekken lobby and you could like bet some sort of like salty bucks. Like some sort of some sort of worthless currency that you can't buy anything with because obviously you have EU gambling laws and there's young people watching. But just have salty bet. Let me just watch 2 people play and just bet money, like fake money. Like let me just have it. Like let me just do it and making sure you can't buy anything of value, right? Because otherwise you have gambling laws, blah blah blah. But if it's just like fake currency, it'd be great. It'd be great, so you can watch your friends.
For example, you are allowed to do this.
Yeah, you make like fake money.
Yeah, exactly. You can do it with Twitch channel points. Just let me do it. Like, there's so many social elements you could do.
Let's bet 100 salty bucks, bro. Come on.
Fucking Blackheart versus Shinblade. Let me bet my salty bucks. You know what I mean? Like, what do you buy with it? You get stickers. Like, there's nothing of value. Just bet the salty bucks. That's it.
That's actually insane.
It'd be so good, bro. Salty Bet. Yo, I don't know if you remember Salty Bet when it first came out. That shit was crazy amongst my friends. We were watching that shit. No, who's gonna win in a fight between fucking Goku and Omega Tom Hanks? And you're just watching, like, my money's I got fucking 600 salty bucks on a Mega Tom Hanks. Like, let's go. Like, it's just great, bro. It's just great. Who's gonna win it?
Yeah,
It was the best.
Use, like someone said in the chat that we can use the in-money game. Since I never use the in-game money.
Exactly, in-game coins. Exactly. Just do that. Fuck it. I could become an in-game billionaire. Let's go.
Yeah, in one with that money, like in 1 second in this game, Tekken 8, you are like a billionaire. Like you get so many coins like immediately every time you. You can use that for these kind of beef sets. Maybe that would be so. Cool.
Let me start gambling my fucking salty bucks, bro. Let me start it.
I'm all for it. But guys, I need to run right now.
No, I'm going to. I've said my piece. So it's been 2 hours. I just wanted to. It was going to be a 10-minute rant, and I was like, I got it. I was like, is Finn around? I'll get Finn in. But and then Black Hole Source, like, I get Black again. So I'm done. I'm done yapping. This is my stream time.
Love you guys.
Love you guys as well.
I wish you a hopeful and quiet weekend.
There is no hope. Hope is dead. I'm playing DOA all weekend, bro.
I have 1 milligram of hope left.
I have none.
Like one last pixel of opium.
Bro, I'm working on my Lisa combos. Yeah, exactly. Until next time, guys. Peace and love.
Peace, guys. Peace.
Oh man. Okay. And YouTube. All right. So Twitch boys, you're still with me.